This song is dedicated to the coronation of the Lockheed Kingdom. Hello, my people, right there. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. We are back again. We are back again on our normal weekly debate. Today is Friday, 12th November 2021. Let's do this together. We're going to have our brothers with us pretty soon. We're going to do this, my people. Join us. Help us to share. If you're right there, share, and let's do this. We're going to talk about corruption that is affecting you and I in Nigeria. Yes, corruption is eating us all. So we need to speak about it. People are not there. Yes. Yes, I can see my brothers are already here with me. I'm bringing them live right now. Yes, Israel Asamota, my brother, how you doing? Israel, can you hear me? Okay, let's bring Akim in. Oh, we lost Akim. Hello, my people. Can you hear me? Okay. Let me see if Akim can hear me then. Hello, Akim. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good, my brother. Good. I don't know. Israel will be struggling to hear from Israel. I don't know. And
The
then
mic, I think the mic seems like you're talking from a very far place.
is it?
Yes. Barely hear you, man.
What's happening?
Kind of
Hello,
echoing.
guys. Is echoing?
Like you're talking from a distance.
No, I'm not. Are you sure it's not your fault? Is it my fault? Okay, go and come back again. I think we need to do that. We don't know what's happening. Let me kick everybody out. We have Mr. Lucky already with us. Let me see. Mr. Lucky, can you hear me? Good evening to you. Mr. Lucky. What's happening?
You.
Mr. Lucky,
I'm hearing you. Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening to you, my brother. How you
doing?
I'm
hearing you. Hello. I'm fine. Good evening.
So is my voice good? Is it far away or normal?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay from my side.
Okay. All right. We are trying to look for where the fault is coming from. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We are waiting for others to join us right now. Mr. Akim, so I'm going to mute you for a minute, okay?
Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, we have Israel back again. Israel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Good evening, Anja Wood.
Good evening, my brother. Is my voice good?
Yeah, it's good now. It's good.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's check from Akim now. Hello, my brother Akim. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I think it's probably something to do with my phone volume or something. I'm trying to sort it out.
Yeah, okay, now you. So not public for my body. Oh, now you get this spot. Okay. Right, my people, thank you very much for joining. Let's do this together. I think we are good, right?
The speaker is gone as well. Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Akima, are you okay? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clear.
Oh, good. All right, my people. Good evening to every one of you right there. We have to start now because we don't have time. And we have to make sure we stop at least 9 p.m. You know, when the debate does start. Now, the thing about the debate is that it can start from the middle. Then it gets hot almost the end. When we now try to end it now, you now see when Engineer Ken will be saying, no, let me talk. Let me talk. Yes. All right. Thank you very much for joining us again. We have Akim with us. We have Israel with us. We have Mr. Lucky with us. Thank you very much. We're going to talk about the corruption that is affecting you and I.
You have Machiavelli on the screen as well.
Yeah, that's Israel.
That's me.
You are two people now.
That's Israel.
That's cheating,
Israel,
man.
like they put Machiavelli there. You know. So thank you very much, my people, for joining us. Let's do this. As you all know that we are facing situation in Nigeria, corruption everywhere. You know, that's what I put there. Let's discuss corruption in Nigeria. So both the one that is affecting us in those states, all of them, we're going to discuss all of them today. And we're also going to ask, why is it that when election is approaching, you see our political leaders, they start sharing rice, one or two materials to our people. Why is it always like that? You know, I don't know. So we are going to talk about these things. So let me acknowledge my people on the comment section. My people, good evening to every one of you right there. I can see Mommy the Diaspora is right there with us, mother of all. I see Mary Kimade, Irene Paul, Mary Daniel, Henry Osaze Osunde, Osa Aigoba Simi, Osai Bovo Kongai ABSO. Good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for joining us. Frank Omoregbe is right there. The Irons Ward is right there with us as well. Thank you, my people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Bishop Akira is there as well. Good evening to every one of you. We are just going to start now because we don't know. We're not going to waste any time. I see the Irish word is already saying 9. Najawash, you know that's not possible to stop at 9. You know, I beg. Anybody why I give 1 minute, you must keep to your 1 minute, especially Akim and Engineer Ken. I say 1 minute, 1 minute is enough.
Look at it now. Look at it now. Me, I'm here. People will go delay the thing. They never come now. They never come now. So they will come in later and they will be the one telling you, no, give me time to talk.
Yes. Oh, okay, we have leftists as well. Victoria is with us. Okay. Yeah, leftist Victoria, thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening, Niger Watch, and good evening, viewers, and good evening to everybody. I remain my leftist, and I come in peace.
I know, we know you come in peace.
Okay, let's welcome Mr. Amori in the building. Mr. Amori, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. How you doing, my brother, Elvis?
I'm good. Good to have you back.
We greet you, Mr. Mori.
Greetings to everybody in the house.
We greet you.
Happy weekend to you all.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mori. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you to everybody. We are going to talk about corruption. Corruption is eating us up. Let's just start now. But I have a video I'm going to play, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about this video, because I might be wrong. But today, I will let you know, make una talk calm. Anyhow, I better no fight too, because Akim and Akim fight with somebody, or somebody fight with Akim.
No. We don't fight. We just debate.
Now, good fight.
Now debate with debate.
In fact, now that fight, that they make us sweet to the best he attack you. You attack him. Okay, now Mr. Mori. Yes. I don't remember. Now Mr. Mori.
Akim is my best friend. I can remember my best friend.
Good friend.
My best friend.
All right. Okay. Yes, let's do this, my people. Let's listen to this video. I just hope I have it here because I was trying to download it earlier on. Just hope. Okay, yes, I think there's it. Okay, let's watch this video.
Isowerian, at the venue of the distribution of the items, was greeted with dancing and singing. During the distribution of the 80 electricity generating sets, 80 motorcycles and Toyota Sienna vehicle, the former governorship candidate under the platform of the All Progressives Congress in the last gubernatorial election in Edo State, Pastor Osagieze Eyamo, said Patrick Isowerian had been a true representative of his constituents, as exemplified by the number of projects facilitated by his constituency. He urged the beneficiaries to use the item judiciously to justify the purpose for which the items were given to them.
He has called us to appreciate us for electing him. I want to congratulate you now. You know the way you take leg waka, the journey is slow. But with this machine now, you can move well. So use that well. And then all this.
Anyway, I'm going to pause that right there, but we'll continue. But my question is, me to say that don't ban machine for Edo State, and this machine we I saw where go buy so Patrick so anyway we will deliberate on that. But me remember I said the ban machine for Edo State, so I'm not too sure what the machine is for, but let's listen.
Generator. This generator will remove darkness from our life.
Patrick Isowere, who represents Orion Nwande constituency at the House of Representatives, encouraged the constituents to remain steadfast in their support for the APC. He noted that the 80 motorcycles, 80 generators, and Toyota Sienna.
Somebody need to pause. Who is playing again? Pause yourself, please. We can't be playing two videos at the same time.
Distributed to them is a tip of the iceberg, as more programs have been lined up to improve the quality of life in the constituency.
I don't talk at that day for APCB to say the one we want to do next. Cassava grinding machine. I said I will give each woman for each. Not because I talk. They come. The one when machine never reach hand, we will still give them machine. The one when generator not reach hand, we will give them generator. Even this time around, I don't have the machine within the camp. I don't have that journal.
Some of the beneficiaries described the gesture as facilitated by Patrick Isowere as a significant intervention in their lives.
God will bless Patrick Isowere. He will bless his work, he will bless his handwork, he will bless his family because he did a great job.
Patrick Isowere, what did he give us? He gave me generator, he give some people a machine, many other things. May God bless him in Jesus' name.
The distribution of the items continue in other wards in the constituency. Thomas Sado reporting.
Okay, Thomas Sado, and God will bless you there. Credit to ITV News. So now it don't reach Nigeria Watch Town because Thomas Sado talk you also. Maybe we can go our own table. Maybe we can finish up for this side before we move on to another one. Good evening to every one of you once again. Patrick, I saw who be that? Okay, please, when you are not contributing, just mute yourself. Okay, let me mute some people then. Let me see if I can mute you myself. Okay. All right, good. We are going to start from Israel Asemuta. You there?
Yeah. Are they here? We there. We are here.
You see the good way, Patrick. I saw where. I saw where. That's what you can talk.
I saw where. That's a typical Benin name. I saw where.
Okay, go on. Okay, move
yeah.
on. Mr. Patrick, he buy bike and the generator for our people. What's your take on that, my brother?
First of all, we have to thank him very much for what he did. My people, I have always been saying, una know, when something is coming, that is when you see these politicians being active, running enter-skater to ensure that they change your mindset and play on what you are actually crying for. They play on it so that they change your mindset and tell you that this is what belongs to you that did not give him back, did not give in to you. That is why he's giving you. Now, the election has gone and passed, right? And this person coming back into the constituency. Now look at that environment in that constituency. Does that look good? The environment in which he said he's representing as a constituent, is the representative of that constituency. Does that constituency look good? It shows that these people know what they are doing. He came out with a mic announcing that he's going to do more. My people, ask him, is he using his own money to buy it? This is the problem. And he brought his own, what is it called? His own principle. So that what they are trying to do to you,
I believe said I'm only used now because they're not their power. So now
my brother, the thing is, what you don't know is, let's be factual and tell these people the truth. These people they have the money that is being allocated to each constituency all the time. And this money is not being used because a lot of our people does not understand that government they have their different, position. And these people, they have their rules. you have the state governor, you have the senators, you have the representative of each constituency. All these people have their role. Anything that happened in that constituency, you see everybody channeling it to the governor. But they fail to realize that that constituency has a representative that lobby for them.
Okay, let's move on.
So this is the thing. So our people, you need to know, these people are bringing bag of rice. They are bringing generator. Is it not the same person representing you in the constituency? Can't he not lobby for the federal government to bring light to your constituency? This is the problem. You are giving them bike. This is bike that has been banned.
Does it mean these people, they don't have their personal money anymore, despite that is representing their constituency?
Now, ever since we have been running election, have you ever heard somebody using his own money? This person was elected there to go and represent the constituency. What has he done for that constituency? He came back to give them because there's an election coming. Hang on, there is an election coming. This is what they are using to channel people, to change people's mindset. We are ready. We are going to do more. When you don't have anything to produce. All these are ways of buying people's idea. They play on your emotions. You see people happy. Yeah, naive. But this constituency have been lying down there for decades. Nothing has generated. So you came now, you started giving them generator. You take them. So what was your representative? Why did you represent them as well? Can't you not lobby for the federal government to bring lights to change the whole system? You are giving them generator because that is their food.
Let's hear from Mr. Moroyi. I think
yes.
And see what Mr. Moroyi will say on this. Mr. Moroyi, are you there with us?
I'm very much around.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you once again for joining us again. I beg, how you see this matter with the table?
Thanks for having me once again.
Don't go buy machine and generators for people.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Efcc, for having me, and my greeting once again to everybody in the house. You see, sometimes I read a book by a popular author that the problem of Nigeria is squarely and simply leadership problem. But as I begin to see a lot of things, as time goes by, I've also discovered that the problem of Nigeria is not just simply a squarely leadership problem. It's also followership problem. It's even more of, I'm thinking of writing a book on the problem of Nigeria. It's more of followership than leadership. In a society where you don't have accountability, they come to you to campaign. They want to do this, want to do this. But once they are there, the purpose of being elected is, thrown to the dustbin. Do you know, you made mention of if he used his own money. He never used his own money. I know some people will tell you they are not in executive power, they don't have executive functions. But that is also very true. Their prime legislators is to make laws for the country, oversight functions. And every year, there is always constitutional provision for constituency projects. Billions of nairas are voted for constitutional projects. If you see the list, you will be shocked at what these people are doing. You will be shocked that they are criminals. The rate of parochial interest and senseless and primitive accumulation of wealth of our political leaders. You will be shocked. Billions have been allocated to them. They do it every year. Out of the constitutional project, out of the provision for those projects, they come up with the list, list of my people. I need this, we need bridge here, we need road here. No, they will come with the list. So they will sit on it and prioritize the needs of this list. So based on what they have on their needs, money will be allocated to them. Instead of tackling those projects for which the money we allocated, you know what they do? They start giving people peanuts. When people are made to when you have impoverished people so much, you make people to be so hungry. You make people to believe that poverty is a normal thing. So when they see you bringing granting machines generators and all that, they will be happy. They will be singing your praises to high heavens, not knowing that you are taking so much from them and you are just giving them crumbs on your table. I will stop there for now. Let other people to have their own contribution. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's go to lefties before we come back to Akim. Lefties, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clear, sir. Let's talk. What's your take on this?
The issue of giving bike and grinding machine is just the way they be playing politics. Because according to Oshomole, give the Edo people corn, they are like fowl. Give them corn, they will eat, they will take. Why are you bringing grinding machine and bike? Anyway, let me first correct you. When Oshomole banned bike, it was an executive recklessness. It was not by right. He has no right to buy the bike because of the situation and the crime people were using bike to commit. That's why a lot of people key to it. It was not official.
As a governor, he doesn't have the right.
No, he doesn't have the right. He cannot. He has to go to the court. He has no right. That is why we say read your constitution. You need to know your right. We of Edo civil society then said it is not a right, does not have the right. Me, I could have rode bike then, they will hold me out. They don't have the right. Take me to court. And I will tell you why they are bringing bike now. Let me quickly just digress a little. About a few months ago, people actually went to court on this matter. And the court judgment came out to say that Edo State governor have no right to ban bike. So the court, that rule, that is what will I call it, is no more valid. So anybody now can use bike in Benin. It is not a crime. So that is why they are bringing. I just want to make you understand. You said the bad bike. So I coming back to why they are coming out with bike, because the court has already judged on that matter. Anybody can use bike as far as you are not using it to commit crime. So they are not coming out with bike. They are not coming out with bike and grinding machine because the poverty nature of the people. A lot of people just see it as opportunity. This is good. Let me quickly take it. It is very, very bad for us. It's not the right way to go. These are people's money. Yes, they are giving back my money, peanut of my money, stolen money. Money given to you to do road, to give me amenities, to execute projects. You won't do it. You keep it for election. When time comes, you start to give us penny. And most of us that don't know think, Baba, we are praising them for corruption. We are praising them for giving us little to enable them again, steal more and make us their slave. It's a pity. It's a pity that the awareness, people need to know their rights. People need to liberate themselves from all this kangaroo politics. I don't see anywhere in the civilized world where you see a politician sharing bike or anything. It's about to corruption. The Efcc should have gone to arrest them. If Nigerian law is really working, they are supposed to be arrested. What are you sharing bike for? Where do you get the money to share bike? Is it the bike people want? Is bike dividend of democracy? No. Bike is not dividend of democracy. It still leads to corruption. I will tell you, even the people collecting that's corrupt.
Who do we blame? The people
we blame
or
the
the
people.
politicians?
No, we blame the people.
Good.
I would like to you in this situation, we blame the people. Why? Because they lack knowledge. We blame the people for not standing up to fight for what belongs to them. We are the people encouraging them. We, many of us, encourage these politicians to steal. See, I'll tell you, it's a social contract. We say, okay, go there, represent us. Many of us we all cannot be there. You go there. We will be contributing tax. Whatever we have, we will be contributing to pay your salary. But make sure so this money we are contributing, use it for give us what we want. It's a social contract. Now you are there. You are there with our money. Our money. The money will be contributing for give us road. This is what our own money. You will not give it to us. You can pick some of us that can kill, that have the muzzle, that can shoot, that can oppress, and take them around you. These ones are intimidating the common man. At the end of the day, you will come out to say, come and take 1 naira. You see, people think it's an opportunity for them. This now only 1 naira. Make us still collect. No. 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 Take Abnabra case as a case study. Abga just won. Suludo won. APC, PDP, they brought a lot of money, 5,000, 10,000. You see old women, people rejecting money. This is not what we want. They voted their mind. They rejected the money. That is the right way to go. By the time we start to collect money and think that is our own national cake, we are only worsening the situation. It is we the people. The power belongs to the people. Your constitution will tell you that you, the people, you are in fact, you are their oga. You are not their slave. But because of knowledge, we are not looking at them as the boss. We now become their slave because of knowledge. I keep saying president is a slave. He's serving us. I keep saying governor is our slave. He's our servant. But you see, because of knowledge, for those that does not know, they will insult you when you say they are a whole president. You are calling him a slave. You be you. But forgotten that it is the truth. So that is where we are today.
All right. We'll kickstart very soon. Let's go to Hakeem. My brother Hakeem, let me unmute you. Okay, unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Mr. Niger Wash. We're back again. Another Friday evening. Right?
Yes.
This is an interesting one, my brother. It's an interesting one. You know, first of all, we need to still first of all give the man some little credit. At least, you know, it took a loaf of bread and he gave some crumbs back to his people. You know, just a little bit of credit. Okay.
I disagree with that.
There are people who just take the full loaf of bread and just walk away. I will say that. Yeah. The system, you know, when the institution, when you're in a society where institutions doesn't work, these are the things that happen. Things like this happens every time. If the man knew, if he knows that he will be in trouble one way or the other, bro, if he acts in this manner, he won't do it, you know, but we live in a society where nothing works for the ordinary people. The system doesn't work, the institutions doesn't work. The level of impunity is just is out of this world, you know. So people will behave this way, and this is a lawmaker. His main duty, his main responsibility is to use his position in the Federal House of Assembly to sponsor laws that will impact the life of his people, his constituencies in a positive way. Okay, but he is there. If you ask him now, how many laws has he sponsored? How many bills has he sponsored? He's probably not sponsored a single bill since he's been there. But that was supposed to be his primary duty, to go and implement rules or laws that will make changes, bring positive changes to his constituents. But you know, our own, the way we practice government in Nigeria is upside down now. We've turned everything upside down. You know, the way it's supposed to be done, we've taken it the other way. I'm not a fan of constituencies projects. Take the money and give it to the governors, give it to your local governments, councillors and chairman. These are the people that are close to the people. You know, we all live, majority of us are living in the Western world, right? No matter what system of government that country operates, you will notice that they always bring the government that is closest to you it's your local government. Like you live in the UK now, Mr. Elvis. You see that maybe your being, your council tax, your schools, issue to do with schools, issue to do with a lot of things is within your council. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's within your council. So, but in our own now, the local government does not function. What do you call it? What do you call them as well? Those ones, they don't function. So everybody is looking, either you're looking towards the center at the state level, or you're looking towards the federal government level. And at the end of the day, these people, this is where they get all these resources
Hold on
from.
1 minute. Somebody is trying to call. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Are you watching us?
Good evening, my brother.
Are you watching us, sir? Hello. Excuse me.
Can you hear me?
Are you watching us? I cannot hear you. We lost that caller because this caller has been calling. So I just wanted to know if he's watching us or if he's calling for something else. Okay, Mr. Akim, sorry that I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. It's no problem. Part of the show. So as I was saying earlier, you see the problem is bigger than this. Mr. Isowere himself. The problem is a Nigeria problem. The problem, a lot of people say, is a follower issue. I agree that we have some issue to do with followers, but don't forget that when someone is that hungry, when you've starved someone for that long, right, and you just put like a drop of water in their mouth, it's like a bucket of water to them. They will take as little as they can get because they've been starved for so long. So the issue is a lot to do with institution. The issue is a lot to do with bad leadership, and maybe some part of it is to do with followership. But we have to understand that our education system has been gutted for years. So these people that you are expecting to react to this situation, their level of understanding at the moment, it's not that up there, because to them they just feel like, okay, yeah, even a lot of these people, if they get there as well, they'll do the same thing. So we now, because we have witnessed good governance, we've seen how things are supposed to be done. So that is why we are talking like this. A lot of us, if we had been at home up to this time, we'd probably still be thinking the way those guys are thinking back home. We'd probably be acting the way they are acting back home. So it needs a lot of sensitization. It needs a lot of education.
I agree with you. Hello, good evening to you. Are you watching us?
I'm watching you right now.
Okay, what's your name?
I saw your discussion. The discussion is about corruption in Nigeria.
Exactly.
And,
what's your name, my brother?
The truth is, my name is Mr. Peter.
Where are you calling from?
Mr. Peter, I'm calling from Benin.
From Benin. Okay, Mr. Peter, talk to us.
Yes. So the issue of corruption is something that Nigerians have the solutions to. It's not something we should keep for those in power to do because they are not willing to do it. Now, if everybody throws their hands against it, this thing is going to smell on the face of everybody. We should not be afraid of power, monarchy, or the rest. These people, the corridors of power, to corrupt. Now, we will trace it back to the issue of the palace concerning the former way that was released. Now, I want to ask, with the allegations levied against that man, that young boy, do you know that guy has been found around Benin, moving around, which means there was no investigation, there was no persecution. So, what encouragement are not giving to people that they are toothless, or they just have this flair of rubbing minds with people that are corrupt? Is it something that we should clap for? Somebody made such a grievous, very strong sacrilege, and people are living in. So it's something that when we see it in our community, we keep quiet, and people who are supposed to take the matter into their hands keep quiet. It becomes something people will just do and say, tomorrow if I do it, I'll be let loose because I'm close to the corridor of power, or I've dined with them. Because it's so bitter in the culture. People don't put it as if it's as value to them.
Yeah.
Look at the palace matter, sacrilege. Look at somebody just told me today that this boy is moving around Benin. So if na common man do that, I say they for not cut yet, they'll carry the like here, zoom and the rest. Who are they deceiving?
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Let me go on that thing. One thing I noticed about when I say I disagree with Mr. Akim on saying we should congratulate this guy. Mr. Akim, this is not just the reason is we are not going to congratulate them. You and I know that anybody who
I said we should give him a little bit of credit.
No, Marianne, it is this taxpayers' money. This money are supposed to be for the constituency, not him taking the credit, using it as a campaign fund. This is what annoys me. Using it, and your principal is there telling you that this man has been a man of integrity. Where you are using people's money and you are telling them there is a man of integrity.
Sorry, Mr. Israel. What I was trying to say is this.
Yeah.
I said we should a little bit congratulate him for taking a loaf and give some crumbs to the people.
No, I don't, because this is why we should be exactly. This is why we should be responsible. We should start telling them that the lie is a lie. Or where, let me tell you, in Bini language they say, I know zigi. I know we are. I know
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you see, this is the problem now. I think from our part, right, from our side, it's easy for us to say no, don't give nothing. It's all bad. Yes, like I said to you, I'm not condoling what the man is doing, but what I'm saying is this: at least he gave a little bit out. So you just imagine that man today that is going home with that bike, whether you like it or not, it's something to that person. Imagine that person that's going on with that generator, whether you like it or not, it's something to that person. For us, it's different. We see it from a different perspective. Don't forget.
I disagree. Until we understand we are stealing these people fundamental rights. As a citizen, you demand it. You as a citizen, they are the one who work for you, not you working for them. They should stand for their responsibility, and they should not be giving praise for what? Why should we be giving praise for who? For who?
Yeah, but okay, so imagine, so if he didn't do it, if he didn't do at all, so what are you going to do? Just imagine if you never done nothing. If you never gave nothing out, what are you going to do?
You giving something out, it's not from your own pocket, and you want to take blessing.
No, it's not from his pocket. At least, just imagine if he kept the old money in his pocket.
They have been keeping it. It's just because of the campaign.
So the
ideology is that they are using
what happened to them. Nothing happened to them.
Money as a political campaign. This is utter rubbish.
Mr.
They should know.
Are you saying that I should go and steal? After stealing, I should come to your house and steal everything you have, your own money. After stealing your money, probably I'm putting you into big shit. Probably you've hanged yourself, you've killed yourself. Then your child, I will come and give your child bread because I saw your child begging. And when I'm giving that bread, I'll make sure cameras, people are there for them to praise me as a good man. Is that what you are saying? For me, at least I have tried.
I support leftists here. Because
listen, guys. From the beginning, I said to you guys, right? From the beginning, I said to you guys, I'm not condoning what the man did, but I'm saying at least he's doing a little bit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I'm saying
we have to be holistic.
Practice in itself.
We have to be holistic in this.
Everybody, hold on.
Listen, the practice in itself, in itself is wrong. I acknowledge that, right? But what I'm saying is this: at least he gave something out.
Hakim, wait. We have someone in the building. Lefty Simon was like, Igbinedion joined us for the first time on our
it could happen another leftist.
And now we get two leftists from here now. Two of them are still from civil society organization. Leftists.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, my
Good
brother.
day. Good evening to every. We are doing great, and you, my brothers.
We are fine. Everybody
We're fine.
Sorry, it's from my side.
I want to also make little contribution.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to respond to Mr. Akim. Those people, they are our servants, they are not our masters. Our constitution make it clear, various directives, that those people we are elected are to serve the people. The issue is cleared on our constitution. In Nigeria, possibly you go to court, they don't read Bible or Quran. What they study or what they read is the law of the land. And those people came to beg for our vote. The money they are using is our money. And whatever they want to do, normally, they are supposed to consult with the people before embarking on any project. Any project after that is exercise in futility. They are supposed to be holding between their people, consulting the people. That is their obligation. They hold the people. What do they mean by representative? Is to come. I send you message, go Abuja. You take our message down to Abuja. Those are their responsibility. Giving back generation is pure insult on the people. Pure insult on the people. Giving back generator. Like the man they are talking about now from Oriomo. Oriomo is one of the most backward local government in Edo State. Before it became members of House of Assembly and House of Reps, how was it? How did he make money? Have you asked yourself, why are they fighting so hard? Because they take government as ventures, take us and our children as collateral for loan. Remember that those people, their family does not stay here. They don't believe in the system. So if you are telling us they have done something, that is insult on us. They need to be killed, to be assassinated because of their character. They rob the people, they rape the people, they have done so much unspeakable evil to the people. So it's because that is why they are building more nuisance value. Now, instead of them building people's capacity, they are raising nuisance value so that they continue to put people under control. That is why poverty is created in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, poverty is created deliberately. That is why institution is not working. That is why you go to bank, you want to sort for loan, they will give you condition you never meet. That is why you go to like NADAP, you are a young producer who is producing drugs or cream, and effective one. You want to have NADAP license. They make it difficult for the common man. So if the people are 42, because when you are running over 50 people, like kind of people will have here, that is the kind of thing they see. So what we need to do, every one of us, is to build knowledge, educate our people. That the poverty which we have now is poverty of the mind. Are we really poor? We are poor in thinking. We are poor in taking decisions. So let me rest my case for now.
Thank you. Let's welcome our two brothers into the building. All right, we have Engineer Ken here now. Before Engineer Ken starts saying, let me talk. Engineer Ken, good evening to you.
Good evening. When I heard the chop bomb, see the chop bomb. I be said today, I know if it talk me, I heard the listen. I just have to log in.
No, you won't come find trouble.
Engineer Ken, they say trouble you can't find.
Now trouble now. Because the reason why I log in because of the Alex. Yeah, sorry. I give her 1% of the 1%. 1% of 16.something billion.
We are waiting for Mr. Alex. Is not here yet. We have JC Noruwa. JC Noruwa, good evening to you. Can you hear me? JC Noruwa, unmute yourself, please. Okay, JC Noruwa, you are here, but you're supposed to unmute yourself. Okay, we'll leave JC Noruwa now. Maybe whenever.
I want to support what Lefty said. You know one thing, we keep on saying it here. Our problem is education. And the way these politicians so did it was they never want to educate you on what their functions are. Never. They want to keep stealing you and telling you that it is what they are going to do for you like this. No, Mr. Akim, I know what you are saying, but my stand is don't give praises to anybody. Don't give praise. Even the newspaper, I don't give
it's not like I'm giving praises to the man. I'm not giving praises to the man. Like I said to you, I'm against the practice in itself. I don't like that practice of you taking and then start sharing the way they are doing it. I'm against the practice itself. What I'm saying is this: say, look, we are where we are right now. Okay, we can't really do nothing about it at the moment. Okay, maybe going forward, we create a movement and try to change things. But what I'm trying to say right now is this: just if he didn't give nothing will happen. That is the point where I'm coming from. If he just go home and sleep with everything in his pocket, nobody's going to hold him account for it. Nothing is going to change. But at least he did the least to the minimum, the smallest thing he did out of it, because I know that for the fact what he got is 100 times what he is giving.
Don't please, Mr. Hakim. It shows that if we are telling the people that just a minimum, there is a problem. We need to set the standard straight. Do not give these people anything. Don't give them praise, because it's your okay. Let's say, for example,
Let's hear from Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori, you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. You raise an issue. The general topic is corruption. I will dwell on corruption, but let me first of all talk to my good friend, my noble rights activist, Hakim. I give you an example. Let me give you an analogy. Somebody brings an allegation against you, something you never knew anything about, like you're an armed robber, right? You are arrested. You are in detention. You are incarcerated. The same person comes around to say, oh, because of your brother, because of your mother, I want to help you. The DPO is asking for 100,000, but because of your relationship, bring 50,000. The same person that put allegation on your head. So you want to come out and say, oh, if you didn't come for me, if you didn't come to pay me, I would have been there. Does that make any sense?
Does that make any sense for you? Is that Mr. Mori, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is, you see, like that. That's just an hypothetical situation where you cannot compare apple for apple. You cannot compare in that situation. You cannot compare. This is like comparing apple to pear. It's two different situations. Like, okay, let me make an example, right? Just imagine James Ibori. Okay, so would you, though all those money was stolen then? Just imagine if James Ibori had stole the money at the time and then use it to set up a factory where he employed people, right? Would you be against that rather than him taking that money to London and use it to buy property and store the money in a different country's government, whereby it does not impact the life of his people in any way? And at the end of the day, the British government ended up seizing everything until recently, when they refunded a portion of it to the state. So this is what I'm trying to say, that look, there is corruption everywhere. Okay, we don't condone it, but sometimes, you know,
Mr. Hakim, all right, we have somebody who wants to talk to us. 1 minute.
Mr. Hakim,
I will let you continue, Mr. Mori. Hold on. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Good evening to you all, Nigeria Wars family. I'm Joseph calling from Deutschland.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Joseph.
Let it not look as if we are trying to paint it to be, let me use a dual language.
It's 20 hours.
That is what we are painting it to be. This is not the case. I am a typical Benin man from Edo State. Anthony Inauro brought freedom to the whole Nigeria. He took Nigeria from the British. He stood up in the House of Assembly to speak what will benefit the whole Nigeria. That is why we have freedom today. That is why we call Nigeria a nation today. Edo State is the heart of freedom to the whole Nigeria. What am I trying to say in essence? Take, for example, in Anambra, the past election that just went down, the people was bribed and they refused to take the money. These are human beings, like same to the people in Edo State. This young man who provides these amenities to these people, which is not a necessity of what the people need. It's supposed to be used as a scapegoat to other lawmakers within and outside Edo State, all over Nigeria, as an example. So then, this would have been an opportunity for the people to call him back home and replace him with the people who can represent the people the way it ought to be. This would have been a showcase, which he has showcased himself to know how he's being meek and loot the people. Because the people sent him to represent them. What he's just doing is trying to let us know that this is what the people needed. It's changing what the people needed. The reason why they sent it to us.
So that means that you are totally against it, right?
I am against it, and it's changing what they ask him to go and do for them. He lobbied for himself, and he has gotten the money because the law he made there is not representing the people. If the law is representing the people, in this your program, Niger Watch, I have told you before, President Muhammadu Buhari does not know the bad road that is in Siloko Road, or the bad road that is in Use or in Lagos. It is the representative that is from that environment that refuses to. That is why the people still remain in bad condition. If people refuse to bring out the people that are supposed to be punished as a scapegoat because they are their own, they are condoling them, and they are refusing to speak their hand and be attacking the president who is in the federal, who will continue being in problem. This is one of the examples.
Okay, let's hear from another person. Thank you very much, sir. Wow. Let's welcome Tafik to the building. Mr. Tafik, thanks for joining us.
I greet the house. I greet everybody in the house.
Thank you. All right. Unayaweti, our brother, Joseph Sunday talk. How anybody will want to contribute to this? Let's start from
Mr. Najawat. Mr. Najawat.
I was speaking before.
Okay, let's start with Mr. Moruyi first. Two minutes now, because we have a lot of people now. 2 minutes.
Yes. Let's not waste too much time on what the issue Akin raised. It's like trying to massage the goal of leadership corruption in Nigeria. You like, oh, he has tried. What has he done that he has tried? Why not? When do we begin to hold them accountable for what they are supposed to do, for the purpose for which they were elected? If you want to say they have tried, you are encouraging others to steal so much from the people and give them peanuts. Sovereignty belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. The power of the people is more than the power of the people in power. We should not continue to window dress or to encourage this systemic corruption. The danger of corruption in Nigeria, the harm corruption has done to Nigerians, the parasitic nature of corruption in Nigeria has done more harm to Nigerians than Boko Haram and ISIS combined. And Mr. Kim, let's not go, he has tried. If Bori has stolen money, was he supposed to steal the money in the first place? He has tried.
No.
If he company, if he didn't bring anything, my brother, let's not be a part of this evil that is going on in our land. We don't have to spend so much time dwelling on this. We should talk about corruption holistically and forget about this representative from Orium or whatever. And his principal is there supporting him because they are there for his father. He's a corrupt other guy.
Mr. Morgan, is this part of corruption?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tafik, go ahead.
Sir?
Okay.
Mr.
I did the house. I just want to throw a little bit light on this talk about corruption. Singapore was one of the poorest countries in the world. I still have the documentary. I'm going to put it in our platform later. I'll just put it in our WhatsApp group. Everybody watch the program. You know what one of the leaders said? He said they started from the top when they were fighting corruption. I don't know if anybody has seen that clip. He said they started from the top. Yeah, okay. He said they started from the top. By the time they use one person as an example, everybody, calmed down. I remember when Buhari came to power because everybody was really scared of Buhari. I was one of the people that believed that Buhari is going to change a lot of things. If you remember, during when Buhari just came into power, a lot of things changed in Nigeria airport when I was traveling because everybody was just scared that something is going to happen. If you give somebody money, we tell you, please go to the other side, I'll meet you up. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. You understand? Yeah. We Nigerians, we know what we want. Sometimes I just believe, I know democracy is okay, it's good, but because we are not practicing democracy in Nigeria, it's so hurtful. Sometimes I want the military to come back because there are some people that will do things and just get away with it. I heard somebody was saying, one of us was saying that Buhari doesn't know local government chairman, he doesn't know it. It's true. We blame Buhari for everything. Buhari doesn't know, he doesn't know Oriyomo. Buhari doesn't know Ego. The same thing applies to every state. You understand? The allocation is sent to every state every month. If they tell you, you will hold your head. We blame Buhari, we blame him. Sometimes it's not about Buhari. Sometimes it's about we ourselves. If Buhari money, if the Nigerian money they sent to Edo was used properly, we don't blame Buhari. Let's just be sentimental here. Let's say the truth. Let's call it spade a spade. You understand?
Mr. Nigeria, can I come in, please?
Yes.
Let
me
finish,
sir.
1 second. Let's be honest let's just be honest with ourselves. Nigeria, I just sent a quote into the, you know what Erufai said? He said every Nigerian, I know it's not free from it. He said if death sentence, let me just summarize it. If death sentence was to be implied in anybody that being corrupt, they won't celebrate corruption now. It's just so crazy now. You understand? It's just the way it is. It's everywhere. It's even growing every day. There is nothing that is stopping. It's not stopping there because nobody is fighting it and nobody is saying the truth. Who you put there to fight is even collecting his own. I read an article that this former EFCC boss is still collecting his entitlement till tomorrow. It's so crazy. Why? That's my case. Thank God we are in Canada. It's so painful.
Yeah, can I come in, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Who's that?
Okay. I just want to say this here. Mr. Mori, like I said before, I'm not condoling what the man did. I'm just like sympathetic to those people who have been victim of injustice over a period of years. Because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, those guys will go home happy one way or the other. But I'm not condoling the practice that the lawmaker was practicing at that point of time. It's not like I'm condoling it in any way or form. I'm just trying to look for gray areas.
Yeah,
not making it. Just hold on 1 second. Just 1 second. I know you guys want to make it a black and white issue, but I'm trying to look for a gray area to try to be sympathetic to those guys who have been victim of the injustices that's been met upon them one way or the other through this maladministration of from government. So that will say that coming to what Tafik was saying just now, on one hand, I've heard people say Buhari is not the problem, that what about the local government? What about the state government? No, I don't subscribe to that belief. One man have to drive the agenda, and driving the agenda have to start from the top. Look at every country that have done this. It was driven from the top. The man at the top drives everything down. So if President Muhammadu Buhari had any idea, or if he had any philosophy when he was campaigning to become a president, he would be the one saying, okay, the man, you want to fight corruption, right?
there was not a single reform of institution in terms of the police, in terms of the judiciary. You want to fight corruption with a corrupt system. How does that work? Do you not understand that you have to first of all reform the system that is on ground? If that system was working in the first place, would there have been any corruption for you to come and fight? So it did not even reform the police. The Nigerian police is one of the corrupt institutions in the world. But there was no reform. Can anyone here actually tell me that a Nigerian police has been reformed under President Muhammadu Buhari? No. Can you tell me that the judiciary system was reformed under this president? No. And secondly, you should know as a president that the system that we currently operate, if you are honest enough, you should know that the system that we currently operate does not work. Who is more against restructuring than President Muhammadu Buhari? The man is dead set against restructuring. And if you do not restructure Nigeria, how does local government function properly? How does state government function properly? This one we are talking today now, all this issue we're talking about, this lawmaker, it's all down to we not restructuring the country. The constitution that we operate, the constitution that we I just land 1 second. Just 1 second.
King,
the constitution that we operate promotes corruption. The same constitution that granted governors security vote, which they don't have to be accountable for. The same constitution that allows for constituencies project. The same constitution that allows the system that we are operating today, whereby you have a central police system, the state government cannot have their own police, local government cannot have their own police. The same constitution that says if you generate electricity, you have to put it onto the national grid. President Muhammadu Buhari knows all of these things. He should be the one driving it from the top. Say, no, this is the direction I want this country to go to. Lula's did it in Brazil, and you talk about Singapore. It wasn't done by a lawmaker, it was done by the man at the top. You look at China, it was driven from the top. So every country that we've seen this form of revolution or this form of industrial changes or democratic changes, it's been enforced all the way from the top down. So the fact for someone to say President Muhammadu Buhari does not know what I think he does.
Engineer Ken is being left out. Engineer Ken, can you hear me, sir?
Praise the Lord that you remember me, guys.
Yes, so we remember you. Talk to us. What's your take on corruption?
The take on corruption is this. Africa as a continent are not ready for democratic rulers. Our democratic rulers are, the corruption in their blood is worse than a cancer. You know, these guys are the same people since the day Nigeria got independent. Till tomorrow, they keep on recycling themselves the same method. The only way corruption will be stopped in Nigeria as a country, all these men has to be wiped out. That's just the only way. And the truth is this: we are saying that corruption should start from the top. It's not, to start from the top is not a problem. You know, who is going to bear the cross? That is the thing. Who is going to bear the cross? Who will be that man that will be on the top to get it done? That is where the problem lies. You understand me? And we're talking about allocation, whatever. The problem we have is not a president. Every month they keep on giving allocation of finance to every state to work. You now fall back to the governors of the states. Are they working? Look at the other governor from this Yoruba land that died. That guy's tomb has an air condition. Yeah, the tomb has an AC 24 hours in the tomb. That is the height of corruption in the world. You know, in Malaysia, in 1997 in Malaysia, you know what happened, guys? A Chinese company was giving a road construction to do. And they signed that guy in for 18 months to get it done. After 18 months, it did not finish. He started paying tax back to the government on the whole loan that he was giving to. Started paying tax. Under 3 months, this guy finished up everything. Do you know what built China today? That we are all looking at, they are not superpower of the world. You know, Chinese, they have to stop corruption. If you have been corrupt in China, if you steal, the jail that you will go to, my brother, you won't believe it. You know, that is why the whole Chinese right now, they are running outside. And all those men that they committed those crimes, They are the one making made in China. You know, all those mass production, they are the one doing it. A Chinese man would prefer to commit crime outside China than inside China. You will never see a Chinese man steal from China and ship it down to the rest of the world. Let me take back to that $16.4 billion that the Nigerian government that the Senate just signed for, that they're about to take from France and other China with other European country. Do you know why? These leaders from Europe, America, and Asia, they know that Nigerian government are very corrupt. They themselves too, they are the kingpin of corruption. So when they will give them this loan, Nigerian government will allocate an oil well, a gold mine well to them to be sucking from. And that loan again that they give back, they give to the Nigerian government, they will share it between them, open personal accounts back to that country again, and put that money back to that country. Then the same country that gives them that loan will be taking that money from the bank to build their own country. While the Nigerian officials that share that money, they'll be paying service charge upon that money. So who is the biggest thief? Who is the biggest corrupt people? Is the West. All the time. Is the West, my brother. Is the West. Is the West. They are the problem we have in Africa. Trust me.
Okay.
They are the problem we have in Africa. Let me tell you something. One more thing. In America, go to JP Morgan's, Wells Fargo. The Nigerian politicians' account in those banks. If they take out that money, those banks will collapse. So, my brothers, you know, it's terrible. But
all right, let me come in. I want us all to divert a little bit. Okay, but still on corruption, but let's focus on a particular subject. And this subject is Lockheed Igbinedion, the former governor of Edo State. As you all know, less than 24 hours ago, EFCC detained him. As you can see from a legitimate source, which there are other legitimate sources who projected this breaking news. I want us to talk about this. Lockheed Igbinedion ruled for 8 years. And you and I know that Lockheed Igbinedion was corrupt. Now he's being detained by EFCC. And I read, please, just give me 1 minute. Let's read so that we can deliberate. Please, everybody should listen. Okay? According to the headline, EFCC detained ex-governor Igbinedion over 1.6 billion fraud, says Punch newspaper. A former governor of Edo State, Lockheed Igbinedion, has been detained by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Premium Times report that Igbinedion, who finished his tenure as governor in 2007, is being grilled at the Abuja headquarters of the EFCC for allegedly diverting public funds to the tune of 1.6 billion naira. A loan obtained by the Edo State government is said to have been diverted to a company which he has an interest in. Mr. Igbinedion was prosecuted in 2008 by the EFCC and convicted of embezzling 2.9 billion belonging to Edo State government. He was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. We not see that one, no. I'm not seeing when I tested, but let's continue. Now, so they're talking for here. He was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment after pleaded guilty to 1 count, which was proved from 191 counts. 191 charges, sorry. Now, the latest invitation was confirmed by the spokesman of the EFCC, Wilson Owujare, who failed to give more details on this. My people, before we continue to deliberate on this, I beg, do we still have leftists? I'm also in the house. Okay.
Fully
I'm not sure.
represented.
Okay, good. Lucky,
I'm here.
I want to ask you, and I want this to go to you first. You know, to the best of my knowledge, I cannot remember any time Lucky Igbinedion was sentenced to 6 months and he actually went to prison. So please, I want leftists, I'm also to answer this in 2 minutes, then we take it from there from everyone. Look, go ahead. Leftists. Leftists, are you there?
Hello?
Okay, we lost you, leftists.
Hello?
So start again. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. During that trial at that time, they used their normal formula, play bargain. That's what they used at that time. That's what they used in settling that matter, playing bargain. I think they also added those trial period, all calculated to the jail sentences. That's on 1 gram. That's what I know about that. I know about that case at that time.
Okay, good. All right.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Of course, we are hearing everything. Now, leftists, what is your take on this one now? Do you think that, because this is what I want everybody to contribute on now, Lucky Igbinedion is in the custody of EFCC as we speak right now. Do you think EFCC is just trying to play games with us, or Lucky Igbinedion will walk out from there majestically in the next couple of hours?
It's also possible that it's the same old game. But we can succeed in this fight if those state government come out plainly and give EFCC enough information to work. Those cases are not working because of the position of the state government. That's the truth of the matter. Because every of the documents are in the domain of the state government. It's only when they provide enough evidence for EFCC to carry out their investigation, that is when they will succeed. So it depends on the state government. That is the fact.
Okay. All right. Hold on, leftist there. Alex is calling here. He's supposed to be joining. Mr. Alex, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry, I couldn't join you guys. I'm having issues with the code they sent to me and everything. I've been back since 30 minutes.
Okay.
For 1 hour or so.
Do you want to be on the phone?
Yes. Phone is better. I'm very free.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. When leftists finish, I'll come to you. Just stay right there.
All right.
Go ahead, leftist Amawusa.
So, like I said, it all depends on the people of Edo State, especially the Edo State government, because all the documents they need to carry out proper investigation is in the domain of Edo State government. So, if this matter fails, you know that it's Edo State government that is responsible. If EFCC as a body also succeed, it will also give kudos to Edo State government. That's the truth of the matter.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Alex. Before I come back to you all, please, pardon me. Mr. Alex in the building. Mr. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Good evening, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't join you guys. These two technical issues here.
Yes, I can see you were trying. Okay. Mr. Alex, what's your take? Because we are talking about corruption, but I just want you to join us on this particular subject right now. We want to take some time to deliberate on the fraud, alleged to Lucky Igbinedion. What is your take on this?
Yeah, it's a shameful thing. It's a very sad thing that an Edo man, an ex-Edo governor, is being brought out in the limelight like this in the shameful activities. We live in a society where corruption is almost a normal thing.
But are you surprised?
I am not surprised. I'm waiting for things like this. No governor has been bold enough to probe another governor. So the federal government is trying to do some witch hunting or something. They're trying to open some files. So even if governors belong to a gang that they cannot probe themselves,
then government is like a continuous process. Soldier go, soldier come. The barrack remains. This new set of EFCC staff, they don't really know the status of Lockheed. They don't care if the father is Sama or something. They just want to work. So probably they came across some files and they saw a lot of criminal charges. How the case was closed, or they are not satisfied. And now the matter is being brought back again. It's a shame. So it's just like God is answering us. So let us know that people may deceive people. They may cover everybody's eyes for a while. At some point, the truth will always come out. These are monies that belong to Edo people. Those who have died in Libya. Money made for industrial development, infrastructural development. Money made to increase teacher salary. Money made to build factories for citizens to work after school. No place to work. They just call out to their families. They are celebrating birthdays every year. People are clapping for them. They brainwash all our youths. So I'm very happy with the case. If they can send him to jail, no problem. Let it serve as a lesson. If he went to jail in London, even if it's not in Nigeria, it's a good start. It's a good start. So for me, they should see to the end. But to be honest, looking at the corruption in this country, the systemic corruption, the father will just put up some phone calls and we will not hear about this matter again. If that has not been done already. If the law is allowed to take its full course and this guy is behind bars, I will be the happiest man on the planet.
Wow.
Wow. Some books are open too. One time, this president, governor, threatened to probe the central hospital that was empty. That Buhari came to commission. He threatened to also probe the Edo State Water Storm projects. And the $6 billion was said to have been released. Nobody has come out to say this will get the money has been spent on. Somehow he closed the file again. Why has Obaseki closed that file against the past governor Oshomole? Why? So why don't these guys probe themselves? So we have to wait for those in Abuja to be probing our governors. If this is how God wants to expose them and preach changes and justice to the people who are dying in the sea of Libya out of frustration, those who migrated not because they left to leave their homes, because of recklessness, hopelessness, lack of future. Because the what are you doing with billions of naira, billions of dollars? Why will you finish this money in a lifetime? Why don't you love your own citizens as a leader? What stops you from going on the street and people are praising you for the good work you have done? Why are you hiding in your own state, in your own country? You see, in Edo State, nobody can touch it. But in Abuja is a no man's land. I will not be surprised if another government comes next 3 years, Osomole is behind bars too. Books are going to be open. Even in the Bible, books are going to be open on Judgment Day. So, on this planet, your Judgment Day may not be mine. Especially if you're a political gladiator, you must face judgment one day. So, Igbinedion is facing judgment. Imagine almost 20 years ago, all these boys now, this year, EFCC boys, because the boss of that department now is just a 39 years old boy. So, all these boys now were in primary school then. How shameful will it be? Small boys are putting handcuffs on his hand because he has messed up, he has cheated, he has lied, he has borrowed money with a Dorset name and siphoned it. He has looted money, he has laundered money without even without picking the toes who are born in this state. No future, no life, no feelings for your own fellow citizens. It's a shame.
Okay.
It's a shame to the Igbinedion. It's a shame for their establishments. It's a shame for me.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. I would like us to hear from another person right there. Who do I choose right now? Okay, let's go to Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori, are you there with me?
I'm here, sir.
Talk to us. What's your take on Lockheed Igbinedion's allegation right now and his detention with the EFCC boss? Do you think because the EFCC boss is a young man, things are going to start falling in place in our favor now, or it's just going to work out majestically as normal, as we all are used to? What's your takes?
Yeah, somebody made mention of it's very disappointing. I wish we know the catastrophe corruption has caused to Nigerians. Corruption keep people on a daily basis more than countries fighting civil wars in their countries. The people that have died of corruption in Nigeria are more than the people that lost their lives during the civil war. People die every day in the hospital. Corruption is killing people. Everywhere you go on the road, corruption is killing people. Everywhere you go, in every facet of our life, corruption is there. Corruption has is a parasite that has eaten deep into the fabrics of society. But coming down to Igbinedion, this brings us again back to the issue raised by Akim, my good friend Akim. That they are stealing so much. Once they give a little back, we should pat them on the back. And I know it's not encouraging. I mean, it's not supporting them, but it's like falling. He said he's sympathizing with those that the members of that constituency. The members of those constituencies don't deserve sympathy. They deserve service delivery. If you are sympathizing with the people, you are supporting the representative. You are indirectly massaging the ego of corruption by saying if he didn't do anything, what will happen? He should have been in jail because in the first place, he's not supposed to even take the money. You know what happened? Leftists made mention of a plea bargain. You know, that struck my mind. That was the point I wanted to raise. Another one, he made another thing that the documents are in the office of state government. No, the documents are in public domain. I was already a graduate in 1999. No, I was almost graduating in 1999. The corruption of Lockheed is in public domain. You remember Lockheed wanted to dredge Igbinedion Hill. He took money for dredging Igbinedion Hill. He said he wanted to dredge Igbinedion Hill so that sheep can be betting Igbinedion Hill. And a politician that served under Lockheed was never on ground when the systemic corruption was going on. When the alarming corruption was going on. The person that was the head of that corrupt government for 8 years. It is a shame that the person is warming up. He's fighting to the net to become our governor in Edo State. It is high time we stand up to enlighten the people, not just complain. We should not continue to wail. We should continue to take the bulls by the horn. Lockheed should be behind bars. It's long overdue. When they sentenced Lockheed, out of the billions and trillions he stole, you know what they did? They made him to pay a percentage back to the state coffer to let him to let him off the hook, you know, to avoid going to detention. You know, I've never seen such a judgment. The plea bargain itself was a part of the corrupt system because it was designed, you know, to free people, because it was designed by the same corrupt leaders, you know, to exonerate themselves from the shackles of from imprisonment. So if you say they are stealing so much, they bring back a little, we should applaud them or we should appreciate them. This is exactly a case of Lockheed. You are stealing billions, you are bringing like, oh, somebody has stolen like 300 billions. You are after judgment, you are telling it to bring 1 million back. You are telling everybody that the corruption is the way everybody should go, steal enough as much as you can. At the end of the day, bring some pennies. You will be a free man. Thank you very much.
Mr. Najawash, can I come in, please?
Yes, go ahead, Akim. Thank you.
Yeah. You see, like I've always said to you guys on this show, yeah. You see, this is a case, a very typical case of failure in our institution. Okay, we can debate corruption from now till Daikido come, right? If people are not being held account for their wrongdoing, we're not going to do it. We're not going nowhere. We just come here, we'll talk and talk, but our institution must be made to work. Our institution must be. This is why when people say Buhari came in, he tried to fight corruption, I said no, he didn't try to fight corruption because you cannot use a failed mechanism. It's like someone bring a car to fix in your garage and then you take a tools that are not working, trying to fix the car. It's not going to work. The system doesn't work. The institution doesn't work. Why are we not putting a lot of effort to try to reform our institutions? That was okay. All this we are saying now, right? This man is they're probably going to charge him. The FCC is going to charge him, or whatever. I don't know how much evidence they have, right? They're probably going to charge Igbinedion. But at the end of the day, he's still going to face the judiciary, the same corrupt judiciary. Maybe at the end of the day, the same judiciary that gave him a fine, a 2 million naira fine before, what says they cannot do the same thing again? What says they cannot say, okay, you know what, we'll give you a suspended sentence? The failure, the systematic failure of our institution is the biggest challenge we face.
Who is this? Who is this? Oh, somebody.
Someone is making some noise there. Who's that?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so for me, so if EFCC, they're probably going to say, okay, oh, we have enough evidence, we're going to charge him. But he's still going to go to court. EFCC cannot just take him and dump him in jail. They have to take him to court. The judiciary system is as corrupt as anything. Okay, so what if at the end of the day, the same thing that happened before happened all over again? They say, okay, he plead guilty. Okay, we're going to give him a fine of 50,000 naira. The man goes there in his pocket and give them 50,000, and then he goes home. What difference will it make? You know, this is why I say the institution, we have to make sure that we reform our institution so that whether one president is there, whether one goes, it doesn't matter who is the leader. If when Trump was in office in America, he was facing a lot of investigation because I'm talking about the president, because it doesn't matter who you are. The institution is there to hold you accountable, whether you are there or not, whether it's this person, whether it's APC or PDP, it doesn't matter. When you are found guilty, you go down. It doesn't matter. It should not, and that is why this is the direction that we need to fight, that our country should go into. We have to reform the institution, the judiciary system, the police system, in fact, the criminal justice system as a whole need overhauling. They need to bring new faces in there. If we have to go and import foreigners to come and work in our court as judges, if we have to import foreign police officers, I don't care. But the only way I believe that this will change is by the time, because don't forget, Mr. Naija Wash, this Europe that we are now, people commit crime every day. A lot of people commit crime, but you go down for it. That is 99% of the time you will be held accountable for the crime that you commit. That is the difference in our own society.
Let's hold on. Okay, Alex, go ahead, talk to us.
Yes, like you said, the institutions are not working and they are not trustworthy, they are not transparent. But it doesn't mean that we should not even applaud the little that are coming out from this rotten system. I don't know that young man, the newly appointed head of EFCC. I heard that a lot of governors, a lot of senators have been threatening him. He even said it, that they are threatening him, they are writing him letters. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, very clear.
So the only way forward of this systemic and endemic and pathetic Nigerian corrupt system is for the people to start buying from political office, which is start looking forward to how we can make some already existing good parties forget about this bunch of thieves who call themselves APC and PDP. All these men who are rigmaroling, crossing every day as if they are crossing the road. They are just crisscrossing, fooling the whole nation, fooling themselves. And we have very trustworthy young men, smart young men, people like Omori who is on this platform. There are thousands of people like him and Mr. Naija Wash and Mr. Israel and me, and they are here, but they don't have a voice.
Okay.
So we have to try to find a way to start building on how we can bring our head, rear our eggs.
Let's go to.
It's going to continue like we're here. The people is already warming up. Whether it's dead or
Okay, let's go to Tafik. Thank you, Alex. Hold on. Mr. Tafik, talk to us.
Yeah, my own understanding is this. My take on this issue is this. That I think I was the one that posted it. Immediately I got the breaking news. It was 1.6 billion. But remember, guys, it was then 1.6 billion. Then 1.6 billion. So 1.6 billion then is not equivalent to 1.6 billion now.
So it's about 6 billion now, 6 billion.
No, that is to their own rate. That is what I'm saying. Let's go by the real rate, you're looking at about 10 billion right now. That can stand a whole country, not even a state.
Even more. Even more.
You understand me? This is totally bad. My take on this, I'm not PDP, I'm not APC. As soon as they arrest what's it called, Lockheed Igbinedion, they should just pick up Igbinedion Efcc because it was his right hand man. I can't believe somebody that was even corrupt like Igbinedion was still contesting for a governorship. It's so crazy. Come on, guys. I think we are our own problem.
When this
Yes,
came to
yes.
contest, I'm not trying to criticize anybody or scrutinize anybody. Let's be realistic here. We're being honest here. When Isayamu came for a campaign, they will I don't think he will have voice. Remember, this Isayamu has a series of court cases in corruption. You understand me? Well, I don't know. I don't know. We just pray that
Mr. Najawash, can I quickly say something, please?
You understand?
Akim.
No, Akim. No. You are no. There are a lot of people.
No, I just want to quickly correct something, please.
No. Let's talk to leftist Itoya. Leftist Itoya.
Mr. Najawash, please. I just want to quickly correct something, please.
No. You'll be cheating everybody. Just hold on.
No. I'm just going to be 5 seconds. 5 seconds, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I want to say, like, is that the last speaker was Taufik, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I have nothing against what you said earlier, but what I just want to say, because we are on a public forum, right? And this is a network that can be held accountable. You know, just for us to be on a safer side, because Isayamu has never been convicted by any court of law, and the fact that you've publicly mentioned his name and called him a corrupt person, I think we should guide the way we use languages on this platform. I'm not against you going against corrupt individual, but I'm just saying, like, for the purpose of this platform and for Nigeria wants to be on a safe side. You know, that is why I'm trying to correct on that topic.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Alex. 2 minutes, please. Only 2 minutes. We need to go to leftist.
My friend, he's not been convicted. I'm not supporting this.
He was charged. He was
not been convicted by any court of law.
They're talking about the allegation. They say allegation. How are you defending them?
Okay,
I'm not defending them.
Hold on. Mr. Maruyi, I'm coming to you after Alex.
The allegation is in public domain.
Just hold on.
Guys, let's take emotion out of this, right? This network.
Let Alex deliver.
Guys, this network.
I don't want to mute everybody. Just hold on. Everybody on the screen, hold on. Alex, round up, please, in 1 minute.
Okay, you cannot see Lockheed without seeing Mr. Isayamu. So for me, whether he has been convicted or not, he's visible to the blind, visible to the deaf. That he was with Lockheed in all his atrocities. In all the looted from there are facts to that if you don't know. Let me tell you, Igbinedion is not arrested for one charge. It was 191 charges, reduced to 1. Who reduced it to 1? That's what the FCC is trying to uncover now. 191 charges. Forget about the 1.something billion that is not 10 billion now. That is the one we heard. If FCC open their books, my brother, we are all going to shout. We are betting that 100, 200, 300 billion naira. Close to trillion naira, my brother. For the past 8 years as a governor, there is no single infrastructural development. For the past 8 years as a governor in this time, teachers were crying, pensioners were dying. There were petitions rolling down. Stella Basenjo from a source allegedly told our president then, my husband, she said, why not give a vice president leadership to my own person? I wasn't going to reply that and say, your brother is a thief. Look at the petitions coming from Edo State.
Okay. All right, Alex. Okay, Alex. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's talk to Mr. Maruyi. Mr. Maruyi, you people are cheating people like lefties, Engineer Ken. We have a new Midwest people. He's here with us. So, Mr. Maruyi, I want you to talk now. Let me go to new people. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the privilege once again. Mr. Akin, if you are, I know you are an activist, you are very strong. I like
Mona, not forget Mona, they shoot me here. If you are me my own corner.
Okay, he's there. If you are I bet if you don't reach your tongue, go ahead.
Excuse me. Please, we are not here to to stigmatize anybody. We're not here to call names. But if need be, when the need arises, we must not shy away from saying the truth. When Lucky, between 1999 and 2007, the political stars of Nigerian democracy, the political stars of Nigerian corruption were Lucky Igbinedion and James Ibori of Delta. And they were never around, except the time of allocation, to get allocation from Abuja. They were either in America, Britain, or in South Africa. There was even an allegation that Igbinedion and Ibori had a refinery in South Africa that was later confiscated. So these two guys were never around. The main man, the person in charge that supervised the overwhelming corruption was, quote me anywhere, the person that supervised the corruption of Lockheed for 8 years was Pastor Ize Yamu. I repeat, Pastor Sajay Ize Yamu. He was in charge. Ask anybody that was in that government, they will tell you.
Okay.
I am saying it. I'm saying it. I put my reputation at stake. I put my name here. Okay.
All right. Hold on, Mr. Morui. Hold on. All of that. In fact, this matter I don't want to finish today. Let's go to lefties. Itoya. Lefties Itoya. Can you hear me?
Let's go to address him.
I've been listening to everybody. Lockheed Igbinedion case is not. It didn't start today. Though he was convicted then, and the plea bargain, normally the Nigerian way of corruption. Nigeria as a state is corrupt. We are only calling Lockheed Igbinedion. Let's move to the north. Let's talk about the north. Is EFCC actually working? This is just, to me,
I support leftists on that motion. I support him.
If you know the corruption these people are doing to we. What Lucky just took is just like taking ants away from the ant hill.
Yeah, but we know, but even though it's an ant, let them.
Let me tell you something. This is just a show of say we are working. Nothing's going to happen. I'll tell you why. If EFCC wants to work, let them start from Buhari. Let them start from the top. Let them start from Buhari. Buhari is so corrupt, the most corrupt president so far at his time. Look, somebody was talking about, they were thinking Buhari was going to, I never believed in him. Remember in 1983 also when Buhari came? Let's always go back to history. It's only wish hunting. We are just rubbing the surface of corruption. The deep root of corruption is at the top. And if the top is ready
Left Toya, what will happen now? I visited Abuja, for a meeting with the former presidential candidate, Patrick Etomi. So because of that, I got the opportunity to go record building the mansion or a castle where Lockheed Igbinedion lives in Abuja. So let's watch that. Let's watch this. Then we continue from there. Now Abacha house, now they show now so. Just to know.
Life is vanity. Yes, it's vanity. One just got married to Governor. Yes. Let me just come down, please. Let me just show this one is from my state.
So now Lockheed Igbinedion house, now be this. Your former governor of Edo State. So I want to cover her from beginning to the end. People are watching now. From here, just watch.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this building here is for Lockheed Igbinedion. Start from here. Lockheed Igbinedion's building from Edo State. As you can see, it's in Abuja, in Gori Close. You can see it's a massive. Started from here. We are just going. Look. at his house. That's his compound, Igbinedion's area. This Lockheed, Igbinedion's building. So that's all his cars there. This Sama, from the former governor of Edo State. That's his building. Here in Gori, close Abuja. See, we are still going. We are still going. Lockheed, Igbinedion's building in Abuja. The former governor of Edo State, who ruled for 8 years. As you all know, Lockheed didn't do anything at Edo State during the time of his reign. But this is one of his buildings here in Abuja. We are still going, don't worry, be patient with me. See, started from all, it's like they own all the street. It started from all that way. We are still coming. Yeah. As you can see, it's massive, very massive. This is another close here called Sankuru. This is another gate, which they said is subletted for other people. It's all the area here. So you want to see properly. Yeah. All right, my people, we are live here. We are live here in Abuja. We are covering a lot of places for you guys. We just said, okay, let's cover the former governor of Edo State building, Lockheed, the Igbinedion, the son of the Osama. Everything ended here. Yeah, they're still here. You know, this is how we do our job. So everything ended there. It's like the whole street. Everything, see, it's still going. See, it's still going. All this building to get a land here is from 300 million naira to get a land here. You know, so we're not talking about building.
Okay, my people, in case you guys don't know, this is Maitama. Maitama is a very, very expensive area in Abuja. You understand? Maitama, to get one plot there is about 300 to $500 million naira just for a plot. And you guys can see the size. Should I call it a building, a castle, a mansion? Somebody said a stadium. Somebody said a campus. So from here, I don't know who want to respond to this first.
Have I finished?
Okay, let's go to Alex.
I have not finished.
Hold on, let's go to Alex.
To South Africa to build the refinery, and they were scammed by supposed Nigerians who acted to beat South Africans. The matter was swept under the carpet because they cannot produce their source of income. They were also hiding from international body. The point is this: these are the ones that we know. The man once told me that the only lucky store is enough to feed 100 generations. It will not finish. He looted at those states like correct looting. If you are saying that the Northerners are witch hunting, they are thieves, I'm not in North. I live in the Edo State. I live in the background. There are all people who fight their own corruption. I am fighting for my own land. And I come from Benin City, I come from Edo State, I speak about Edo State. Charity, they say, begins at home. So I cannot leave my state and start what is happening in Kaduna or Zamfara. They have the human beings there. They have educated people there. And we want to also stand up to hold their leaders accountable. So the fact that Buhari is corrupt, state, with the level of exposure and education I have, in a democracy, when we talk, they will say we talk too much, we are causing corruption, we are romancing corruption. This is evil. Let's call a spade a spade. One day somebody else will raise a platform that will question those in the north. For now we are in the south, we are in a north state, we have to hold a man. So which president did it do for 8 years? He looted billions. He borrowed money in our name. So you expect me to be quiet that nothing will happen? If nothing happens now, something's going to happen tomorrow. So for the quiet to even be open is something for us to think about. It's something that is cooking.
Thank you.
Yes, I have not finished. I have not finished.
Hold on.
Can I
Alex.
talk?
Alex, hold on. Mr. Mori, please random.
I have not finished. I was talking when you put on the picture, the video.
Okay.
Is that yes. Okay. I'm not finished.
Okay,
I'm not finished because these are the problem we are having. Corruption. What will I say in this? I said nothing will happen because I believe if they actually wants to walk, he shouldn't be walking on the street. I started with the way he was left off the hook the other time. Corrupt justice, corrupt system. Otherwise, a man like this, people like this are not supposed to be on the street. If people like this are behind bar, you will be afraid to do this kind of thing. Or somebody wouldn't do it. The present governor now will be afraid knowing that there is a consequence. Have you gone to see a Somali resort? We don't know the one our present governor is going to build because they are building from. Yes, it is true. It is not corruption. Go and check Ochomole resort because the resort, that is why I said they are just pursuing shadow. If they really want to work, I'm still saying it. It should start from the top. Then you see the legs will be shaking. The legs will be shaking. If you see the hair roll, the body will be afraid. That is my observation. I'm observing that. I'm not saying that what he did is good, but I'm seeing that he will still come out of the hook. That is my opinion. That is my opinion.
All right. Let's go to Lefty Simon Osagbunawaya. Alex, hold on, please. Lefty Simon Osagbunawaya, are you there with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us, what's your take on this?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you very clear. Tell us your take on this.
Okay. Actually, corruption has done a lot of evil to our society. Like one of us said, corruption is what is responsible why institutions are not working in this country. Let me be fair to you. Everybody seems to be a problem in this issue. Everybody, from the gateman to the top, is corrupt in this country. You can't write a letter to a ministry and get to where you want the letter to get to if you do not spend money. We are good at pointing hand, actually. Every one of us here, have we really checked ourselves as people? How do we live our day-to-day life? Are there not people who are praising us to those criminals, those misleaders, who they give a goat to take care of? When you ask hyena to take care of goats, and when the goats are consumed, you ask why the goats are consumed. That is the situation where we are in this country. We are still divided within the three enemies of man: ethnicity, partisan politics, and tribal settlements, and religious issues. Those are the three enemies of man. If we are able to get rid of those enemies of man, we'll go faster. And secondly, citizens must not. We have complained a lot. I like seeing solutions in everything. We must learn how to be holding our leaders accountable. We must write to demand. You must go through your budget. One of the secrets is the budget. How many of us goes through the budget? and go through your local government in that budget and see the road they've done according to the budget, and send people to go and check those roads, whether those projects really exist. Normally, I know corruption strive in this country, but if the people are demanding, we will be able to skate through. But our people, we are not prepared. And I don't want to be complaining over issues the way people are not prepared to fight. We should put our legs on the ground and start demanding from your councillor, your local government chairman, your senator, your House of Rep member, and to the governor. We'll keep on demanding. Once we are demanding, you'll be getting results. It's because we do not know and we don't have interest in governance, in dividends of good governance. That is why we are suffering. It is the citizen, like I've been saying before, are responsible for most of the things. Why am I saying this? The people who are leading us, are they from heaven? Are they not from the same polar society? Every one of us must purge ourselves of corruption, of evil. We must purge ourselves. We should be able to look at the mirror. We should be able to look at the mirror and see the man in the mirror that needs change. If we need change, we shouldn't be voting our hands into powers. So there are a lot of things we need to do. We need to educate our people. So that let me just stop at this point.
Thank you, my brother.
Give Mr. Western, sir, can you give Western the Western man the time to talk? Because I want him to talk before we talk. Because he's been there since. Let's give him the right as well.
Let me finish with Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. This is where the corruption starts from. From this platform, I was forgotten.
Alex,
you guys are laughing. Alex, Lepis,
It is Akino. Akino has been the one talking and Omori. This is my second one. It is not me. Don't call it EFCC on me.
The West Indies people, they don't bribe unless.
That's me unless I'm Akino. No EFCC on me.
Omori, you blow the horn.
Oh yeah.
So the corruption here for start.
Now you see, I'm quiet. I just quiet, sis.
I just quiet, sis. I just quiet.
I know them. Now Alex, Akim, and Mr. Morui. Now two of them are corrupt for you.
They no one share. Only them.
I mean, not only me from you. I hide myself for you.
My brother, sir.
Now only me to say, Mona give Western man, make it talk, you. Mona give Western man, make it talk to you.
Mona tell Western man, say na 7 o'clock with the start. Mona tell Western man, na 7 o'clock now with the start.
Okay. This man, hello guys. You know, let's stop laughing. You guys are allowed to talk. See, these people, my brother, the word corruption are understatement. These guys are evil. They are satanic. Igbinedion just saw a house now, Lockheed, my brother. When I watch her just now, I have to pull over, park. Me, I don't go hit another my car.
Oh, so you have not seen the video before?
No, my brother, I've not seen it before. It's my first time, my brother.
I covered it back in May. Back in May.
Where they carry out they go? Where
That's small one.
Where they carry out they go? This is too
much. Now you sit there.
This is too much. You know, it don't say one thing rise up. I'm not going to burn on this back to the go. You know,
let us give the platform to the Western man. Now we want to hear him so that we can hear his opinion as well.
Let's see what Western man wants to say.
This is how to court. You are robbing me of my time. I will take this matter to the court. You understand me? You are robbing me of my time. You don't want me to speak.
I cannot define your civil liberties. I'm sorry, sir.
You will speak, but at least let our brother also speak. Go ahead, talk to us. Western Midwest people, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, Midwest people.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Are you people hearing me?
Yes, yes, very clear.
Very well.
What is your
Are you people hearing me?
Yes, now, Midwest
I
people.
think I have a network problem.
You have network problem, you see? Okay.
It's my network is a little bit breaking. I don't know what is going on. So
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Are you hearing me now?
Hearing you loud and clear.
Yes, it's very clear. Go ahead.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What my take is that corruption itself is an epidemic, and the reason why Nigerians are corrupt is that artificially we said we have a country, but indeed we don't really have any country. If you ask me as an Edo man, so here when we're here, that means from which country are you from? I will tell the person I'm from Benin. If you ask Yoruba man in his language, he will tell you I'm a Yoruba. And those who created us, they created us artificially for their own interest. We are not able to sit down to really admit the fact that this country doesn't supposed to exist. The way, even if it is to exist as a country, we're supposed to look back to our differences and restructure Nigeria the way it should work for every one of us. But instead, we continue to preach a unity that is not in existence. The current arrest against Lockheed is politically motivated. It's not a genuine one. But I'm not here to say that it is a saint. Indeed, it was so corrupt and the corruption was so open to every one of us. If you want to stop corruption in Nigeria, there are so many things they have to put in place. One, they need to restructure the country so that the grassroots government will be the one in charge of the country. When I mean grassroots, the local government have to function as local government the way it is in all government. And then the state have to function or whatever, or the regional government have to function as a region. And from there, they will not link themselves to the federal. In other words, the local government have to manage what they have, give proper accountability, because the federal is expecting something from there. They will put things in place so they account for whatever they generate. Then the region or state will have an account to make sure they also give an account of how they manage whatever the local government under them generate. Then they will not give some percentage to the federal. But the reverse is the case. We're talking about EFCC stopping corruption. My brother, you are from Edo State. You tomorrow go to NFPC, you see the language they are speaking, the Hausa language. They don't employ your people.
Okay. Oh, we lost him. Oh, we lost him. All right. Let's go back to you people. Please just hold on. Who never talked here? Tafik.
They rob me. They rob me.
Okay.
Oh, Israel. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, Tafik, talk to us.
Ross Israel, may I just talk? Ross Israel, 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay. If you listen to what that Ipa was saying, it's just the truth. It's just a political game. They know what they're doing. I give you from now to 1 week. Lucky's out, and the issue is done and dusted.
What 1 week? Tonight, Lucky will not sleep that place tonight. That's what it means.
You see what I am saying?
My brother, believe me, they talk and say, "Oh, you're going to go and what?" You understand me? That man is out right now. He don't come out. If you're the chop is here with the G don't carry on, and we not there, they get ready for the matter. You know, that's just the thing. The guy is out already. Trust me, it's out already.
Nothing is gonna really, nothing serious that's gonna happen.
The greatest corruption in Nigeria is the EFCC. EFCC is the greatest corruption in Nigeria.
That's true.
Don't collect the
Let's go back to
it's the greatest corruption in Nigeria, and they are using that EFCC for their own selfish gain. You know, Mango was the head of EFCC for 5 years. Look at what Mango acquired. Mango has over 4,000 buildings in Nigeria. All those Abuja loot funds, Mango took all of them. Mango that looks like a saint. The trillions of dollars that guy took, my brother, it was too much. So then Mango is not in prison. Mango is chilling right there in Abuja, enjoying his life. You know, that is the height of corruption.
All right.
You know, my brother, before Nigeria will come to settlement, it has to be revolution by civil war. It's going to be a war that will go for the elites, for those politicians, and for those ones that have saboteurs Nigeria interests for their own selfish gain. That will be the only thing that will bring sanity to that region. Without that, my brother, Nigeria corruption will not die. It will be passing from generation to generation. Trust me. In the next 20 years from now, it will still be the same thing.
All right. Thank you. Let's move on. Who else again there? You guys.
Israel.
Oh, finally, Israel. Oh, God.
Yeah. It's just sleeping. I not talk now. It's just quiet.
No, go quit talk.
And that's true. Akim, I give you
You don't talk now.
Back to where we Midwestern became, he spoke about his own, different people speaking. I love one person said, corruption must start from the top. I love that. Now, let me take your mind back to what is happening. Let's go to South Africa. Who is in jail right now? That is President Jacob Zuma. He's lavishing in jail, right? This is what we call total sanity. If you are corrupt, whether politically or physically or whatever, corruption is not a good name. And you are found guilty, you should go to jail. All this take mene you fast we have just put it in, it doesn't make sense. All of them should go to jail. They have suffered our people too much. Look at, we are talking here.
Israel, the question is, do you think Igbinedion will go to jail?
No, yes, that's another thing.
It's possible.
Me and you, can you hear me?
It's not above.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The answer is, looking at this political state right now, the answer will be no. Do you know why? Because I came all the time, I always say it in this platform, that the bedrock of that country, the political foundation of that country is a total corruption. It needs to be wiped out and restructured again. Because if you don't put this thing well, these people will not be able to fight the corruption. Who is the person fighting the corruption? Hey, Governor. Really? Are you joking? You see these people there, they say they are fighting corruption. Where?
Okay.
Is it not the same? Wait, hang on. Former deputy governor of Delta State, Ibori, was lavishing in jail here. When he got to Nigeria, they gave him a state welcoming in Nigeria.
Right from the airport.
Arrest my case. Oh.
Yeah, can I come in, please?
Arrest my case.
All right, Mr. Akim, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Niger. Before I start, you see, I want to quickly still go back to where we were before. What I was trying to say to you guys is this platform, okay? We live in society where we can be held accountable.
If they get to be held accountable, this is the problem. Are you afraid to say the truth?
No, my brother, it's not about saying the truth. It's about being
on the right side of law, because we live in a different society here. So we have to understand that part. And this platform, look, we come here because Nigeria was gave us this platform so that we can come and express ourselves. But we have to be able to take emotion out of this discussion sometimes.
We don't have any issue with this at all.
Mr. Akin,
Hold on, guys. Yeah, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Okay,
what I'm trying to say is, look, you when you measure like Igbinedion being corrupt, I have no issue with that. The man has been he pleaded guilty anyway. When you measure Iburi being corrupt, I have no issue with that. Mr. Najawash, me, I can just keep quiet, but I'm concerned for the issue, for the sake of the platform, for the sake of the network. Because if tomorrow comes and the man come around and say, listen, I'm suing your network because you allow your network to be used to drag my name down, whereby
he cannot do it. He cannot do it. Don't be afraid.
Mr. Akin, are you a politician? Are you a politician? Why are you defending them?
Why are you?
I'm not.
He cannot do it.
I said, Lucky brought Lucky Igbinedion family brought Oshomole. And Oshomole did the same thing.
I'm not talking about because somebody mentioned.
Look,
somebody, Mr. Mori mentioned Iyamu name being. Listen, Mr. Mori mentioned Iyamu being corrupt.
Is he saying Iyamu not involved?
Yeah, but we do not have any proof of that. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't have any proof of that, so we should not be going on like that. I don't understand what you guys
Mr.
are coming from.
Does he have an industry? How many? Where did he get all this money from?
Before election.
How
many companies does he have before the election?
Forget court case. Where is his factory? Where is his company? Where has he worked before?
I've said my part on that issue, so I'm going to continue now. Okay, I've said my part on that issue. I'm going to continue now. So on the issue of whether no, I will use my time. You guys intruded too much.
No, you're one of their lawyers. You're one of their lawyers.
I was trying to correct.
They'll soon give you appointments. Don't worry. I know where you are going to.
Mr. Najawash can tell you very well that I'm a big Obaseki supporter. So the fact that I'm here trying to defend Iyamu, you should know that I'm trying to.
I understand.
Mr. Najawash can tell you I'm a big Obaseki supporter. Okay, so but I'm just trying to make sure that we are on the right side of the law when whatever we are doing. That's all. That's what I'm saying. So I will say that.
Let me ask you a question, Mr.
Don't ask me a question yet. Don't ask me a question yet.
What law?
Don't ask me a question yet. Don't ask me a question yet.
There's no law in Nigeria, my friend.
Critical issues. We have to
Mr. Najawash, I'm muting here. Mute them.
You come for this. Alex,
he go bless you now, do this one now. At the end, now, just jump. Let me finish.
Only you wanna be their lawyer. Only you want. Only you want.
Tomorrow, you see that guy becoming governor again.
Okay, wait. Make we let Alex talk. Okay, Mr.
No, Alex go talk. Now, we may never finish.
No, you don't
Najawash, I support them. You are corrupt. Najawash, I support them. The corruption starts from here.
Alex and Mr. Amaru are corrupt for here.
And I apologize to this platform.
Me, they defend you. They cut me off.
Don't worry. Mr. Maru, you go ahead.
Okay, sir. Now, I'll be trying to be calm. I'll be trying to be calm. Now, this guy is forcing me to. He has just some critical issues. I want to respond to him. It's not as if we are afraid of anybody. It's not as if we are trying to push blame on anybody. It's not as if we are judging somebody. This is not a court of law. But this is a public court. This is a court of public opinion. We are entitled to our opinion, my brother. We see, we are not, we might not be lawyers, but we are not ignorant of the law. Let me tell you one thing, Mr. King.
Our opinion sometimes has to be based on facts. You know, the man, there's no fact that the man has been convicted of any criminal activities. That's what I'm just trying to say.
We're making allegation. It's an allegation. Mr. Osaje Yamu graduated from Uniben, right? He studied law. He's a lawyer by profession. One day he has never practiced law. He has never done any other work apart from politics. He was a PA to Lockheed. Let me tell you now, so that you know where we are coming from, why we're talking the way we do. He was a PA to Lockheed as a local government chairman. Lockheed was local government chairman. Igbinedion Yamu was a PA. They moved from there. Lockheed was a chairman. He became the secretary to local government to Lockheed. They moved from there to state level. He was a chief of staff to Lockheed. From there, he became the secretary to state government. For those that care to know, for those that care to listen, he was the de facto governor in that administration. I wasn't a child, I wasn't a baby. I was almost at the point of graduating in 1999. So what I'm telling you, I have part to substantiate them. I'm not just making out because I hate the man. I'm saying this so that we don't see this man becoming governor tomorrow after Igbinedion or after Obasaki. So if we continue to shy away from the truth, we'll continue to get what we get because people deserve the kind of leaders they have. This is the problem we have. We must be able to speak truth to power.
I've said several times that I'm not defending
Mr. Kim, you live in Western world, right? You live in Western world. If I pay $10,000 into your account right now, Mr. Kim, we have to address these issues head on. If I pay 10,000 right now into your account, you will be questioned. If you go to the bank, they will ask you the source of that money. Even before you get there, they will investigate you. $10,000. I'm just talking about. I'm not talking of billions. I'm not talking of millions. I'm talking of just $10,000. If you go to withdraw like 10,000 from your bank, they will be asking you, what are you doing? Where is the source of this money? Now, somebody is taking the billions from you, from our patrimony, from our common patrimony, from what belongs to all of us. You are here telling us that we should not be sued. See, I'm available. Let them sue me. Let them sue me.
What I'm trying to say, you can still make the same case. You can still make the same case. You can still make the same case without mentioning somebody's name. How about that?
All right, everybody.
We can mention them when necessary. We can mention them when necessary.
You can make the same case without mentioning somebody's name. That's what I'm saying. You can say somebody was SSA to Igbinedion. You can say that somebody was SSA to Igbinedion. The person contested for election. You could use the word in that way without specifically mentioning somebody's name.
What am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? The guy knows himself better than you are trying to defend him. He knows himself better than you are trying to defend him.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying before, I'm not defending him.
He knows who he is. He knows who he is. And he's clamoring for 2024.
Let's hear from Alex. Alex, go ahead, quick.
Gentlemen, Mr. Hakim, I'm afraid you are trying to defend this Yamu quite long. And two, you are also scared of them coming after you with the FCC when you land Nigeria airports or in the student network. Let them sue all of us. No problem. My guy, do you know the atrocities, the gargantua, the colossal, the artificial corruption this guy and Igbinedion committed in those states? Do you know the amount of lives that have been wasted? Innocent lives that have left these states because of lack of hope, lack of job. They went to the desert of Libya, a lot of them died in their thousands. Does that mean anything to you? Are you after being sued right now? Like seriously? When our able-bodied men, people who have become super eagles captain, medical doctors, lawyers, engineers, Libya, because money made from our common patrimony were looted by particular set of people. And you say we should not mention names, and you say you live in the Western world, but I respect you a lot. I'm controlling myself from saying something that may get you very, very mad. At this stage, like, no one cares about being sued. Do you have an idea how many of our young girls, 60% of every people of Nigeria found on Libya Sea are from those states? How citizens, of Qatar citizens, or that migrant boat? Because we have the same oil. What is our own different? Oil is supposed to be a blessing. It has become a curse and a sort of madness, psychiatric madness on your leaders. So you're telling me you don't mention names of us already, everybody knows. Somebody was a better law of a thief, number 2 was a criminal. I don't know the country where you are. I know the books you have studied. My brother, if you are addressing an issue, say it well. If they want to sue you, let them sue us. No problem.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Naija Wash, can I say something?
Who is that? Your name, please.
It's Midwest people.
Okay, go ahead. Midwest people, talk to us.
Yeah, what I want to say is this. This our brother. Don't be afraid. Our opinion is our opinion, not Naija Wash own. How people are hearing me?
Yes,
we are. Yeah.
Are you people hearing me?
Yes.
Very well.
Don't know what's up. Are you hearing me, Naija Wash?
Yes.
Clearly.
Yes.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So let our own opinion be our opinion. This is my own opinion. What is really going on is that we from Benin, believing that we are part of Nigeria, it's like we are deceiving ourselves. The reality is that Nigeria was forced into us. Our ancestors resisted it. It is high time we have to come to the reality that our future is not in that land. The land is working against us. Lockheed Igbinedion is not the only corrupt person because he's not in APC. He's not in a party where your sin will be forgiven. And that is why they are after him. Currently, if you look at the level, the way Nigeria is being governed, you will understand that the northern part of Nigeria, they are the most corrupt people. If EFCC want to do their job, it means all the governors from the north, the president himself, all will be questioned. So the one they are doing today is just for political purpose, please. The hour has come. For me, I strongly believe that we Edo people should ask ourselves a question. Since the independence of this country, what have we benefited? The country have reduced us to ground zero. If you go to, like that our brother said, if you come to Germany, 90% of our women that live in Germany, they are under serious trauma. Nothing is really working well for them. And people are still migrating. And why foreigners are migrating into our own land, taking all our space? The people we left home, the government have destroyed them. Imagine Lockheed Igbinedion took such amount of money. He never invested in his people. Obaseki currently is also operating under the system which permits Lockheed Igbinedion to do what it did to us. There's no difference. Because the institutions that govern us, as one of our brothers have rightly said, they are not functioning. When I mean institutions, I mean the ministries, not the university. I mean the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Works and Housing, the Ministry of Finance. Like what Obaseki is doing currently, it doesn't work with the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance is none of his business. It's just of Nigeria governor that have access to the whole of the state money. He can spend it at his will without proper documentation. Nothing is transparent. So all these are the ingredients or the grassroots of our corruption. Because if the institutions are not functioning, it means there is no check, there is no balance. Right from the federal level to the state to the local government. So this issue is still going to continue, except we put our heads together to understand that Nigeria needs restructuring. If Nigeria cannot be restructured just the way Buhari stand against it, we should demand for our own land. We should have a mechanism to say, look, enough is enough. I give an example. Go to NFPC. The language they speak there is Hausa language. They don't employ our people. If you go to Warri, all those oil companies you are seeing, the big position or when it comes to office, the language of communication is not a language. What happened to our people? Is it because they are not educated? They are educated. The problem is that they no longer have chance again in that country. So please, we are under siege. We are under marginalization. Instead of we spending our time, like Igbinedion did not do it good. How will he do it? If he doesn't embezzle money, what is his guarantee that tomorrow he will not be poor? Who love poverty? when the system cannot even provide for anybody, apart from few that are corrupt. Look at the system very well. Does it provide for anybody? No. Those that are working today, your teachers, they don't pay them. Your police, they are not insured. Those who work in all civil servant level, they don't receive anything. It's a country that doesn't reward honest people the way they have structured it. You only reward wicked and corrupt people. That's all. So,
thank you.
Even you that is here, if they put you into that system now, and you are in Nigeria, just look at the situation of men that doesn't have money in that country. You can't send your children to proper school. You are not sure of food. You are not sure of anything. What will you do? You will like to steal for your future. And that is why these people are being motivated to continue to lie to us while they are siphoning out the wealth of the land. Because the land is not giving the benefit of that land, of its own benefit to its people. People don't benefit from the land.
Right, let's talk to.
So we must take time to start questioning our mind. And those people that is listening, let us start thinking otherwise. Nigeria cannot favor us. Even our ancestors are not happy, even calling them Nigeria. Part of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Leftist, I'm almost like the please.
Thank you,
2
sir.
minutes. Yeah. Do we still have leftists there? Or we should move to the
Let's move to the next person. We'll not get time. Time is gone already.
Okay. All right. Let's talk to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken.
Yes, hello.
You see, now we are fair now, so we are back to you. Talk to us. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, my take is this: to stop corruption in that country has to start from every one of us. You know, every one of us. You know, we have to start educating our people, just like what happened in Anambra. You know, they denied their money and they voted for their choice. You know, just like what we did during time of Obaseki. You know, the way we brought him in. You know, so we have to start loving ourselves again. For me, I don't believe us in sharing Nigeria falling apart from each other. I don't believe in that because I know that's not going to happen. You know, so my take is this: that the corruption has to stop from you and I. You know, that's just the basic truth in it. You know, because if those politicians that are stealing all this money, and if they want to spend it to bribe some of us to help them, and we refuse, those money will become useless for them. You know, and another way out too. All of us that are in this platform, 90% of us live in the diaspora, and we know their banks, we know where their resources are. You know, we can deal with them if we should take all this part to the parliaments in every country that will reside on. You know, and let them probe them and seize all those money, so that will now make them to invest in our land than taking those money away from our land.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Ken. Let's go back to Akim. Akim, talk to us. We have 15 minutes to round up now.
Okay. Basic. So I won't go back to that matter again. So because at the end of the day, if you, I will just I won't go back again because you guys will look for a way to come into my time again. So we'll leave that side now. Like I said before, yeah, the problem we have is the failure of institution. And when we elect a president, or before you elect a president, and the president must have a vision on how to restructure our judiciary, in fact, the criminal justice system as a whole. Because, you know, was it Alex that talked about Jacob Zuma, right? One thing you must understand is that Jacob Zuma's party is still in power, but the man is in prison. How did that happen? Because the institution, regardless of who is in power, will hold you accountable. because the institution works regardless of who is up there.
Yeah.
So until we get to that point whereby our institutions start functioning, whether it's APC,
by the train station. Yeah, but if I want to take the taxi, I can.
Someone is talking on the background.
Yeah, go ahead. It's done.
So whether it's APC, whether it's PDP, regardless of who is in power, the institution must function, hold people accountable. People say, oh, this governor is not probing the other governor. It should not be the job of the governor to probe another governor. It should be the job of the institution, whether the police or whatever institution. Like before I was watching this program, right? I was watching your show, Mr. Najawash, and there was a show you did. You talked about how you had multiple driving offenses and they almost took your license off you when you went to court. And you said that made you started to think about what you do on the road when you are driving. What happened there? The institution corrected you. You understand now? The institution fixed you up. That is what institutions are supposed to do. They're supposed to be there. Even these people you see here, they like crime, you know. They like crime. White people like crime. But they know that once they fall foul of the law, they are going to pay the price. But it does not work like that with us. So for me, whether Igbinedion or no Igbinedion or whatever, the problem is the institution must work. Whether it's the police or the court. Okay, all Jews or Kalu. You don't forget all Jews or Kalu.
Thank you. Let's talk to no, Alex, I will come back to you after leftist Itoya. Leftist Itoya, please talk to us.
Let me continue from where our brother stopped. Akim, no institution, we cannot put institution in place when the institution come about through corruptions. That's what we are talking about. It has to start from the top. If the top is ready to work, all the institutions will sit up themselves.
That was what I said. Sorry to come into it. That was what I said earlier. I said when President Muhammadu Buhari said he wanted to fight corruption with a corrupt institution. I said it earlier. I said when he's coming, he wanted to fight corruption with a corrupt institution.
No, when he came, it wouldn't work. Hold on. When he came, he knew himself because corrupt people brought him in. How did he come in? Corrupt people. Look at the people around him. You should read from the history. You should look at the table. You cannot use corruption to fight corruption. That is where we have problem. You cannot use corruption. Yes, institution cannot work. Institution cannot work without the head, the executive. I don't know if you are getting it. If you make an example, if I'm working, like, take myself for example, if I want to work and I'm not eating money, I'm not collecting. And if I see you collect, you go for it. See, others will sit up. Everybody will sit up within 1 minute. That's how it goes. So don't point at the institution. Let's point our hands at the leader. The leadership for now.
My brother, I'm going to come in again. I'm going to come in again for 1 minute. Sorry, please.
The leadership.
We still have to point to the institution because if you say this now.
They cannot work because they have no fear. See, listen to me. You listen to me now. They cannot work. It will not work because the repercussion, the order from above. It's always the order from above.
Yeah, but that is what I'm saying. It's still the institution. It's still the
institution. Is the leadership. When the head of a body is off, it's leadership.
If the institution works, right?
Okay, take for example a shepherd. Assuming, let's say the sheep are the institution. The shepherd is leading the sheep, right? No one goes astray. I want to make
it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
It's the same thing. It's just the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. It's different.
It's about the pilot. It's about the pilot.
We just talked about Lockheed Igbinedion issue, whereby the man was actually charged, took to
why was it not jail? Why was it not jail?
But what I'm saying is this. Yes, exactly.
Why was it not jail?
What about the institution of the judiciary? What can you do about? What do you have to do about that? What about the institution of the prison system?
Hold on.
What do you have to do about that?
The institution, the executive is controlling. The executive is controlling the institutions. That's why I say it is leadership.
They don't have full control to a certain extent. That's what I'm saying.
What are we saying? It is the head.
When we know in Nigeria when they try to prosecute Bukola Saraki when he was the Senate president, if Buhari had that power, why did Saraki not go to jail? This is what I'm trying to say.
I don't blame you. An APC. So for you, once you are an APC, you are a free man.
No, I'm not a politician. I'm just saying that look,
you are a supporter of an APC.
No, I'm not a supporter of a political party.
It is the head. It is the head that leads the body.
Let's hear from Mr. Mori.
Sorry,
please.
It's the head.
Yes, Mr. Mori, go ahead.
Yeah, you guys. All right, you guys are almost saying the same thing, but except for the lack of genuine political will. I understand your point of view, Mr. Akim, Comrade Akim. You are saying we should have stronger institutions than stronger men. We should not have strong men in power. We should have strong institutions in place so that no individual, no matter how powerful, will be above the law. We take us for a ride. I understand your point of view. Why the other guy, the other comrade is saying it cannot work for lack of political will. Look, I give you an example of Buhari. I will plead for forgiveness here. I was one of the people that fought assiduously. I fought tooth and nail, to make sure Buhari came to power. It wasn't by my power alone. I joined all that meaning. He quote, we thought if he could not do anything, at least he'll be able to address corruption based on what we saw in 1985. But we didn't know that the brain behind that era was actually Diagmo. Another thing we had in mind was that the insecurity would be dealt with squarely. Being a retired general, they are seeing it all. They have even fought in civil war. They are like, what do we see? As soon as he came aboard, like the other gentleman is saying, he cannot do anything because he was brought to power with corrupt resources. So his hands are tied. So what we need, like Akim is saying, if we have institutions in place, we'll not be looking up to governor, we'll not be looking up to president that will bring justice into play. The institutions themselves will be there. It will be like an autopilot. I give you an example of Donald Trump. As soon as he came into power, he was trying to manage America like his own private estate, but he could not. The first 2-3 months, you could see the executive orders he came up with. But the institutions that were already organized, organized institutions were able to bring him under control because he could not be, no matter how worthy, no matter how strong, no matter how bullish he thought he was, he could not be stronger than the institutions that are already in place. They brought him under control. You guys are saying the same thing. Now, the only difference here is the lack of political will. If I do this, how will it favor my political party? If I do this, like restructuring, I see it's not as if they don't know the problem. We all know the problem. Nigeria is sitting on a faulty foundation. It's doomed to fail. But the primordial interest, how does this favor my people? If I restructure now, how would they not benefit from this? How would they not lose their oil well in the south? We don't lose that. That is the lack of political will. That is why the other comrade is talking of leadership and strong institution. There must be a good political will, a genuine one at that, to bring about institutions, strong institutions that will drive the system like an autopilot for the greater good of all of us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Alex, I'm going to talk to you now, then we'll let you go so that others can call in.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Talk to us.
Yes, I agree with them. I agree with the last caller, and I also agree with Mr. Mori. For me, we cannot change or reform our institutions without political will. And most times, if you read history of civil wars and revolutions, it comes out of conflict of interest from those in power or those of certain regions fighting for their own interests or their own reasons. So in a nutshell, it will take a sort of either a civil disobedience or an outright maybe peaceful riot or revolution. Because this
no corrupt set of leaders will relinquish power easily. They've tested that money. They know how to borrow money from World Bank, Paris Bank, and African Development Bank and Chinese Bank. They will never let go. So it has to, we have to rule. We have to see commerce. And let me tell you guys again, NSAS was just a preamble. Before we come out again, it's a natural cause. When people are hungry, they will come out. There's a limit you can push people. And when they come out this time, they have experience. They are still the same generation. NSAS is just last year. So they know what to do. They will come better prepared. As they are having their flag in their hands, they already came prepared for those who are coming to shoot at night. Until that change is done. So our leaders are going to be swept out. If you check now, since 1967, 1970, those that fought that civil war are still the one in charge. Don Kabale, Buhari, Obasanjo, Babangida, they are the ones, Abu Salam, they are still the ones who are still dictating what goes on in this country. Forget the lithium peanut they give to the southern and the eastern or the western people. The major people have the northerners. And this was all led to that war. Ojukwu felt cheated that his region is being left out. And like there's a conspiracy against his people in a lot of things. So it calls for everybody to come back home. Let's declare our own country. And okay. Things are still happening right now. Tribalism, nepotism, institutions are corrupt. So I still think civil war revolution will come. It will come. It will come, and it's coming very soon. I watched a video today on this platform. A lady made a video and said, Buhari promised when it was coming that he was assuring us. But now, it's the most corrupt leader we have ever had.
Okay.
Abemuna, let me talk before I go.
Who with that?
It's Israel.
Okay.
I'm not promising.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate your time with us. If you have anything, you can call us back. I want to talk to a few people on the phone.
Let me just quickly say this before I go.
Go ahead, Alex.
Me, Israel. My people.
Okay, Israel.
The Benin will say, Mona, listen to this song. Go. They no mavo ko. Amuye Vazel, Amura Rogio, they no mavo ko. No one good. See, my people have been telling you, they have been using you from right to center for decades. And that is why you are seeing all this corruption here and there. It is time for you to use your PVC well. I'll give you an example. Look at what happened in Anambra. They say, make all of una go sit down. Let's bring who we want to bring in. That's it. My people, thank you very much. If you know what you want to do, you want to change the system, start speaking to your brothers and sisters, uncles, aunties, and daddies. They should listen.
Let's take some calls now. Please, everyone, hold on. Let's just give our callers some opportunity to talk to us. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. You have only 1 minute.
Okay. My name is Ilogun Saturday.
Okay.
I don't want to respond to. I don't want to respond. Maybe you give me 2 minutes. I want to respond to Akin because last time I was the one that.
No, sir. We are doing 1 minute now. We are rounding up soon. Okay, 2 minutes is fine. Go ahead. Okay. So, thank you, sir.
President Putin already said it. So,
thank you, sir.
Because there's no abnormal banks in the collapse building. There was those kids that were accusing of not working for us when we get home. They were working in the building collapse.
Thank you.
Ambulance. There was no medical care for the people. There was nothing. So,
all right.
The black race, there's no hope.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you. We have Mr. Jeff on the building. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. The Nigerian world are so eager to contribute
Please, mine will be more than 5-10 minutes, please.
No. We don't do 10 minutes. We are rounding up now.
You cannot round up, sir. Balance your news. Because I can see everybody you brought on board. They were all.
Hello, Mr. Naija Wash. We can't round up now. This battle had to get to 12 a.m.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me quickly make my case clear. Sir, I want to say something because everybody point fingers to Igbinedion. I'm not here to defend him, but everybody make Igbinedion time. We have made them during Igbinedion time. We have Edo City Transport. Mr. Igbinedion time. We have Edo Line. Mr. Igbinedion time. We have Edo Library. Mr. Igbinedion time. We have equal right college education. Mr. Igbinedion time. We have Uromi Kasabita. Mr. Igbinedion time. We built a factory dues. Mr. Igbinedion time. There was some other. We have a Moria estate. Mr. Igbinedion time. We have
Stella Obasanjo Hospital. Stella Obasanjo.
Excuse me, please. The reason why I'm bringing this, brother, even when Mr. Akeem was trying to talk to them, to talk constructively, but they were against, and they even took it to personal, insulting Isaiah, and that is very, very bad of those people who contribute as source to that. Look, Igbinedion Isaiah have no time to come and sue anybody, but the issue is that we must be fair. You cannot just come up to say 1.6 billion, Igbinedion took it. How did he took it? Igbinedion was prosecuted by the same EFCC and taken to court. You take the prosecution for the same matter again. So please, political issue, I was happy when somebody said, when you are not in APC, when if you want to be a free man, you'll be in APC. If you are in APC, you'll be free. Mind you, Obaseki is going to leave this position. Let him leave this position as PDP person. Obaseki will go to jail. Everybody clapping for him today. They will see that Obaseki will be prosecuted. All Obaseki will be opened down on the street, and you will be surprised the kind of money Obaseki stole from this government. Because I don't want to be personal, but the way you are taking it personal is very, very bad. It's very bad.
No, nobody's taking anything personal, sir.
Lockheed was the one who created those institutions you have in the state today. Those establishments you have in the state. The library, they were destroyed. Lockheed buildings. The stock exchange, Lockheed building. And count. Even up to my Ekpoma, the hostess building Ekpoma, I can count it. I can count so many things without reading books. What Lockheed did. But because of the father, people just try to give that guy back there. People just try to give to the other guy said Isaiah was a personal PA. Why can't if I'm a friend, if I'm a governor tomorrow, my friend can be my personal secretary? It doesn't really matter. And it's our duty to grow up our friends. That means Lockheed had a big heart for him. And in those days politically, there is nobody Lockheed has never touched their life. Even not to Obaseki. When Obaseki was Ivory Invest, go and ask him how Lockheed helped him. When he opened Ivory Invest, go and ask him how Lockheed helped him. And the other man again, who is doing Lapo, go and ask Lapo how Lockheed helped him. Even those days I was thinking Lapo is a government establishment. It was later that I knew it wasn't. How Lockheed promoted those people, promoted the business.
So, sir, what are you trying to say now? That is a wrong thing for EFCC to detain him or question him? I don't know. What's your stand?
No, my friend. What I'm saying here is the people you invited, where they were trying to criticize Lockheed and Isaiah, you can see their mindset already. They were against them personally, and that was what made me to be very, very angry. That you don't speak on human being like that. That guy was 8 years our governor. He was 8 years our governor, and he did well to his best of ability.
Okay, but everybody are entitled to their opinion, sir.
Yes, of course. You cannot be personal. I cannot abuse Obaseki. Right?
Nobody abuse anybody. Yes, sir. Stop using the word. Nobody. Please, can you tell me the insult anybody used here? That's what I'm saying. You keep using abuse, insult. We don't do that here. It's prohibited. And but that's not an insult. His opinion. He's just saying what he believes.
It's an insult because those are personal. He's trying to run it down. Those are cheap blackmail. Those are cheap blackmail, my brother.
Yes.
Those are cheap blackmail.
Everybody here are entitled to their opinions. Please, you are the one taking this thing personal now.
Run somebody down. No cheap blackmailing running somebody down. No
So, sir, let me ask you a question, sir.
Yes.
Was Lockheed Igbinedion corrupt?
To my best of ability, is not a corrupt person.
Okay. All right.
It's not a corrupt, and if it was corrupt, excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. I was able to, when I started, I was able to name more than 10 establishments.
Okay. That's.
And when I started, and ask me any governor in those states, that be able to create those industries.
All right.
Any governor, apart from Ali.
Okay, sir. All right. Let me see that answer from you. I would like other people to respond to you.
Can I come in, please?
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, my brother. Listen, I can see your spine. But let me tell you, when I talk about, you talk about corruption. You talk about corruption. I ask you, Edola was working under corrupt government. Bende Bureau was working under corrupt government. ECTS was working under corrupt government. We have Yekoba Housing Estate under corrupt government. We have Stock Exchange under corrupt government. And can name more equal college of education.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let people respond to you. I'm neutral.
Your same government that is leading now. Name any of those industry.
Okay, let them name it, not me, sir. I'm not part of it. Let them name it. Let somebody.
Can I come in, please?
No, we cannot just be running personal. Let us not go personal. That's my anger, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Can I come in, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, let me just quickly answer that question.
1 minute to 1 minute, please. Because
don't worry. Let me just quickly answer the
the
caller just now. The question whether former Governor Lockheed Igbinedion was corrupt or is corrupt or not, that question is not for us to answer. The man himself answered the question by pleading guilty. Okay, he pleaded guilty to looting those state treasury. So that is not even our own opinion anymore. That is the fact. So
why was the man state saying, Mr. Jess saying that he was not corrupt?
Because that is, maybe he's got personal attachment to Lockheed Igbinedion or something. I don't know. But for me, I'm just saying.
I don't get that. Okay, Alex, go ahead. Hold on.
Okay, please. There's a difference between a leader having a big heart for his friends while in power, and a leader being a good leader, serving the purpose why he was sworn in as a governor. For example, people will tell you Abuja is the best president that ever happened to Nigeria. So we'll tell you Goodluck was the best president that ever happened to Nigeria. Even this Buhari now, once he leaves, many people will tell you he was the best president. It's a different thing entirely. What are the infrastructural development that he brought during his 8 years in power? How many roads did he build? That library was built by Bermuda. It was only completed by Lockheed Igbinedion. Stock Exchange was done by House of Assembly members, affected by the governor. So he didn't do this. Lockheed did not have, the only thing they say he did, sarcastically they call it Lucky Stone. The interlocking ties that me and you can put in our houses, he put it on the good streets. It's there.
No. That's not true. You're getting it wrong. It's not the ties. It's not the ties they call Lucky Stone. No.
Listen. You see my small. For me, he was kind to those around him. He had a big heart. I've heard that before. Why did he
okay. All right.
It's not the ties they call Lucky Stone.
Can I just say something briefly?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
We are talking about corruption. Doesn't mean that corrupt leader, some of them didn't work. A lot of them work. The work is not what we are talking about. We are talking about what they have stolen from us as a person. Like the video you showed, how can a public servant own such a house from a public account, from government account? That's what we are talking. Like the father now, we know that the father did a lot of businesses. The father has something like that. We cannot say the father stole those state. We cannot say the father stole those state money. None of us will say that because he was a businessman. He didn't take no political appointment. So we cannot point our hand to the father. But as the son was, we gave him. He was in charge of our coffers. Actually, he did a lot of work, yes, as a governor, which he's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, we also saw that he took to himself some of our money, which he agreed to. So what we are talking about is corruption. So we must call name. I'm a Edo State man. It's an Edo State man. We are talking about corruption in Edo State. So you shouldn't take it personal and be angry. Just the way I called Oshomole. I called even my governor now. I called Buhari. Is that personal? It's not right.
Let's talk to here. Mr. Diggy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. Okay,
Hello.
Madam Diggy, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes,
Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, at times it just makes me. I couldn't have been listening all this while, and I saw when that brother saying what he said. Even this brother again, I said, okay, let me come in. That means that if you have a house girl at home you are paying for the fact that he's working for you, doing what you ask him to do or her to do, if it is a man, then he has to be stealing your money. He has to be stealing your money. This is what I want to ask this brother. So what do you want to tell me? What has Lockheed done? I don't see what Lockheed has done in Benin. So for you to say that he has done something, this and that, for me personally, because everything happened in my presence. I'm not a kid in Benin. Even the time of Ogbemudia, before Ogbemudia came in, there was no tirade of any kind in Benin. That ring road was a public field where we used to go and march when the time comes for any events. Lucky didn't do anything. He just came to looted the Benin. Please. Okay? So I'm sorry to say this because it makes me annoyed when somebody is stealing. And the other brother, Akim, is saying that the person, this one that is even sharing machine, what did he want them to do with the machine? And what do they call generator? What did he ask them to do with it? So all these things are nonsense. It's the right time. We should do away with this. Let all of us in diaspora, we should come together and probe this very man right now. This very man that is sharing machine. He should come out and tell the Edo indigenous why he's doing that. And he's doing to a particular people. Has he done it? Is he doing it to all the local government indigenous? So this is what my contribution, so that another person could talk.
Thank you very much, madam. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, can I talk to madam? For madam to say Lucky didn't do anything, I think is wrong. It is personally, yes, I shouldn't say that. At least I was in Benin then. I stayed in Benin for all my life, and you cannot say a governor didn't do anything.
What did he do? You tell me.
Hold on.
Tell me what
the other speaker made mention of. During Lucky, Better Beauty was working. Was it not working? People were employed. Is he still working now?
Let me tell you, the work, employment in Benin, let me tell you, employment in Benin that you met, that he himself met, was during the time of Ogbemudia. When Ogbemudia came in, Ogbemudia said, without A, you cannot put B. So primary school should be employed. Me, myself, I work on that there. That is where I built my first house in Benin. Okay? So he didn't do anything. All those things you saw that came to is what Ogbemudia played down.
Can I quickly say something here?
Say something.
If I will be permitted, I will be glad, please.
Okay, go ahead. Who is that?
It's Midwestern people.
Okay,
since I want to quickly say something, when we make reference to, I saw some comment people were making. When we make reference to Ogbemudia, we have to go back to the way Nigeria was structured then. Ogbemudia, under the Ogbemudia, the Bende era, we generate our money and we give to the central. You understand me? During the democratic era of Ali and Ogbemudia. So this helped them a lot to generate enough money and govern their people. Now, what is going on is this. You should understand one fact. Corruption exists when the institutions are there. When I want to talk about institution, I'm not talking about university or college of education. Example of institution is your judiciary, your various ministries. They are the institution. Take, for example, you want to stop land grabbing in Edo State. If you are serious, you have to revive the Ministry of Work and Housing, because in the Ministry of Work and Housing, you have a department called Survey Department. You have what is called the town planning. And you have so many departments there. That is how it is in abroad. So automatically, the Ministry of Survey have to survey the entire Edo State land. They have to gazette the names of the villages and the size of their land. Well documented. The people that live in those villages have to be documented by the local government, and they also data. That is how institutions function from one another. But in this case, corruption has been allowed to do two dangerous things to the country. One, it has destroyed what they call entrepreneurship. It has destroyed what they call professionalism. When I talk about professionalism, it's your ability to do something. If you are a farmer, you do it good, you are a professional. If you are a civil servant, you do it good, you are a professional. If you are a businessman, you keep on thinking of how to invest. If you are a bricklayer, you do it in a professional manner, because graduates are bricklayer in Sweden, where I'm calling from. And I believe in United Kingdom, those that are building their house are not illiterate. So we have to be sincere. So, but in this case, currently, the people we left back home don't have interest because they don't see people having benefit or reward for working for this government. So therefore, people have lost interest from that professionalism. Go back home, people are not working. If you want to build that, they are bringing people from Cotonou as we speak today. Your Edo people can no longer use their own hand to work. Now, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you talk of the brain to invest. You want to establish your agriculture. Do you have insurance? If anything happens to you, will the government support you? They are calling
it. What you are saying now is true. Let me tell you. What you are saying now is true.
So what I'm trying to say here is this. The corruption, as far as Nigeria system is concerned today, corruption is inevitable. There is nobody that will go there, sit with those billions. You are just like, let me define the way I see my.
Let's talk to someone else.
You fry a fish, and you gave your fish to a pussycat to hold it for you, and you expect pussycat to be gentle with a fish that has been fried just because you don't want rats to eat it. That is how Nigeria is. Nigeria don't have a system to stop corruption. The one they are doing today is
Midwest people, please hold on.
Can I come in?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
If it is me,
Mr. Najab, can I come in, please?
Yes. Akim, go ahead. Please, everybody should do one minute.
Okay.
Now.
You see, the last gentleman was that Mr. Israel that just finished talking now?
No. Not Israel. That was Midwest people.
It's Midwest people.
Midwest people. Okay, Midwest people. Okay. You see, when we were talking about gazetting of land, all of those things they're already in place. All of those things they are there. You know, the reason why people like those Okoromi was not prosecuted or is still walking around freely after grabbing people's land is because the institution of the criminal justice system. I want you to listen to this. The institution of the criminal justice system does not function in Nigeria. It doesn't work. We were here when the issue of land grabbing was on air last time. What did they say? They said even the CFO, if you tell them that the land have CFO, they'll tell you go and call Obaseki. That's what they said. They'll tell you go and call Obaseki. Even if you tell them that the land has CFO. So the problem is if you then go to the police with the right document to say, look, this is my land, somebody's trying to steal it from me. What does the police do for you? That is the biggest problem we have in Nigeria.
Thank you. Alex, talk to us so that I let you go. Go ahead, Alex.
Edo State, not for having a big heart towards your friends, helping individuals. If you are close to him and you make your life better, you are not Edo State. Don't speak for me. Allow me to speak on my experience under him. And I have right to express myself. I walk around Edo State under his time. I didn't see any check I put out. I didn't see. So the only thing I will say, maybe he talked about Operation Suit. So he talked about Operation Suit. Let him say the law. If the law can work enough for him to go and say, why is that you say alive? Hallelujah. Because it's not his God.
All right. All right, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to Mr. Jeff. Let's talk to Mr. Jeff. Mr. Jeff is back. Mr. Jeff, go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. My anger has come down. Mr. Naija, thank you very much for this opportunity.
You need to speak louder, sir. We can't hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, my people, for me, I just want us to go on the facts. It's just like sometimes you see some advert, Jonathan Buhari. You know, people say, Jonathan, they say, was the corrupt government. In Jonathan time, we buy bag of rice for 8,000 naira. We buy fuel for $87. Was 193. You know, that's comparing it. At the same time, people know we shouldn't just be blackmailing somebody. That's why I come with the fact that Edo Life was working, ECTS was working, and some other establishments. But I can quickly say something before I quickly talk. Like my sister was talking about when they have been to state library. Yeah, my sister, you forgot that was here for the governor before. Nobody is talking about it. The people was the governor before military came, before the military now go back to Igbinedion. You know, nobody remember this. But I want to tell you quickly, say something that you people should quickly know. Is that Lockheed gave us the lab for passenger hospital.
Brother.
Hold on, mama.
Yes, sir.
Lockheed gave us Yokoba Hazardous State, Eboria Hazardous State, Eboria Edo Library, then the whole village, all these plants you are seeing today that is expensive in Edo, it was made by Lockheed. Lockheed electrify all villages where we have Edo State Rural Electrification Board. And I want to ask all of you, people who are politicians, have you ever heard of Edo State Rural Electrification Board? It was only Lockheed.
Mr. Jeff, I asked you earlier on if Igbinedion was corrupt. You said no. But are you aware that Igbinedion pleaded guilty? So why did you say he was not corrupt?
You guys are very funny.
He pleaded guilty on that case because what do they say? Go and look at the case very well. Now they chat up. You understand me now? So go and check it, read it, go on news, check what they charged for at that time, that they did bargaining and he pleaded guilty. So that's not the issue. The issue is that what he did for those things, which I can count for you, that you can see.
He did nothing. Won't come and cajole here.
I beg. This man is just lying. We don't want this kind of people trying to tell. Are we blind? What do you do for?
Naija Watch, can I say something, please, sir?
No, people, hold on. You will respond to him, please.
Yeah.
Hold on,
He's
sir.
saying the same thing over and over.
Sir, but do you also know? No, I'm gonna, sir. Do you also know that you are putting your own political career at risk now by defending a man that have pleaded guilty? You are still saying he was not corrupt, and I know that you have a very brighter future. Are you sure you know what you're saying, sir?
Listen, my brother. Listen, let me tell you something. There's
Yeah.
something you don't understand. You know, for me, I'm a liberal person. You understand? I'm not somebody who come up when I see what is good with this person. Okay, yes, they find one thing over to set the issue, and then we want to just say they do nothing.
But why did he plead guilty? That's what I'm saying.
No, then you can plead guilty on the case.
Where's your wife?
Okay. All right, let's hear from someone else. Okay. Yeah, okay, round up 30 seconds, sir.
Let me round up. But the
But you said it before. You said it before.
Yeah, no, when the vice president Osinbajo came to commission under Obasanjo government, whoever, which government have ever entertained more than 20 projects of
Okay.
and Lockheed left office almost.
All right. Your stand is what Lockheed has done. You are not interested if he was corrupt.
Yes, my stand is what Lockheed has done. I know what government.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's hear from others. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. You can call back again. Thank you. Yeah. Please hold on, guys. Let me talk to Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry, go ahead, please. Turn down your system, please. Hello. Turn down your system now. We don't have no time.
Hello. God bless you, Mr. Latour. And I thank everybody that came to this platform for their contribution. My name is Henry. Please, this is the reason why it is going to be difficult for we as a Nigeria to fix that country. The country will be fixed by the grace of God. But look at somebody who just came from nowhere. He said that Lockheed was not corrupt. What is happening in our state, in our country? Somebody is still coming out. Even the present governor, all these people, they are the same thing. The truth of the matter is that God is the one that is going to save us from these people. And let us notice one thing. We started to open the people in Nigeria, the whole place, we started to open their eyes based on we that traveled down to this place. If, like what Mr. Akin said before, he said, if we were still in Nigeria, we would have even most of us would have acted like those people there because they have never seen something. They believe that is how life is supposed to be. They believe corruption is a part of life. So, Nigeria is going to be changed, but it's going to be hard for this our generation.
Thank you.
We are just starting a foundation. As we continue this foundation, people, our generation to come, we start following our step, our foundation, then Nigeria will change. And Nigeria will change rapidly by a revolution, according to Mr. Alex.
Okay.
Without war in that country, without people sacrificing their life, nothing is going to work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Murray, go ahead, please. Talk to us. 2 minutes, please. We don't have time. Everybody must keep to time. 2 minutes.
All right, I will try my best, but 2 minutes is not enough. I want to start by saying we have to stop this Esau mentality that sold his heritage for a pot of porridge. You know, this Esau mentality must die in us by fire, by force in Jesus' name. You know, we have been so brainwashed to feel, you know, no matter what they take from us, it doesn't matter. So long as they can come up with the crumbs. You know, somebody was saying, oh, he must be living in planet or Pluto. You know, somebody trying to define Lockheed to us. Somebody was guilty or immediate guilty for all the allegations. You are coming to say he did this, he did that, when he actually came on board to mess everything up. Yeah? You say he blew Casavita. What came out of the Casavita? How many people were employed in the Casavita? At what cost? He made mention of Jonathan. They said Jonathan was corrupt. Yeah, a bag of rice for that Jonathan. Life is more than rice. The other Jonathan was 8,000. Today is 20. That is not how you assess good leaders. Let me tell you, if a bag of rice was 1,000 for that Jonathan, and today is 25,000 or 30,000, does that remove the corruption nature of the corrupt nature of Jonathan administration? I'm a Christian. I'm a Sataner. I'm from the South. My Jonathan is supposed to be my brother. Does that stop me from talking about the corruption he inherited in Jonathan's government? Does that stop the life of the Israeli who took control of Jonathan's administration when Jonathan was supposed to be the head, became the houseboy to people, to powerful people like Israeli? Does that stop the money that was stolen under Jonathan? Does that stop the money that was supposed to use for arm that was stolen? Does that stop the money that was caught in South Africa on a private jet belonging to Odisa Jaffa? If a bag of rice was 30,000, why are you reducing your whole life to the price of rice? Rice is not the price of a cup of rice. We must do away with this insult mentality. Give me the marriage. I take away my birthright. Let me stop here. I'm getting angry right now. Thank you, Mr. Watch.
Okay. Who else? Let's talk to the only lady in the building. Madam Odige, go ahead, madam.
Brother Wahia say, all of una, thank you. What I see is that where everybody have said his or her own opinion, but we that really cares about that our Edo state, we should know that we should be calling a spade a spade. What is bad is bad. What is good is good. Don't say what is bad is good in a part. No, 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 no. Because as every other people, every other ones said at first when I was listening, that I haven't joined, is that all of them that have ruled, even if it is they want to go and probe Ogbemudia, even as he has died, his children is there. Let them do. I'm happy with the EFCC trying to probe everybody, even me myself that is here. If they want to go and see, if I take a land from even a foot from government land from the road in front of my house, they still probe me and ask me to pull my fence and take the one that belongs to me. You understand? That is the essence, me myself, I describe it. So we shouldn't be applauding them that they do this, they don't do this. Like some brothers said that if they are not using their money, we really employ them. So how can you employ a house girl in your house? You are paying him or her what he has due. Then she will go and be stealing a bit of your money. Is that fair? No. And then you will say, after us, he's working, he's sweeping well, he's cleaning well. No, it is duty that he should do all those ones. But he shouldn't go and steal. Lucky, they are not, even he himself knew that he really did bad in the state when he ruled. He was even the worst I have ever seen after the military. So we all should join hands together, particularly our brothers and sisters in diaspora. Even that man that bought machine now, we should ask him, why did he bought that machine for those people and all the things he bought for them? Why? And where did he got the money from? Is that what he employed to do? These three things we should ask him. And it will be by writing, then he has to come and explain himself. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mama. Right. Let's speak to let's go to Engineer Ken. Okay, Tafik is there. Okay, Tafik, quickly talk to you. Don't spend much time. Then we'll go to Engineer Ken. Go ahead.
All right. My take on this is this. Mr. Jacob said Igbinedion wasn't corrupt. But the person in question admits that he was corrupt. He admitted to the count of corruption that he looted. So why is he defending such person? That is number one. Then number two, somebody was saying, look, Igbinedion work. What do you mean work? If they give you a big feed, and a portion of maybe a big feed of about, let's say 10 acres, and they give you a contract of 10 acres to clear, and you go there and you only clear 10 feet by 10 feet, and you get out from there, you carry your own money run. You work for the feed, so okay. What are we talking about? Mr. Jacob said Brother Beauty was working, this one was working, that one was working. It is the legacy he came to meet. So when he was leaving, was Justice still working when he was leaving? That is the question. You know what? Let's just forget about these things. The person that committed the offense said he did it. Whoever that is defending him, offense, that is what I think. I'm sorry, I'm using a bad language, but it's so painful. Somebody defending a criminal in public. It's so bad.
All right, let's talk to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, please unmute yourself.
All right.
Okay, talk to
hi
us.
guys. Yes, I've been listening to every one of us. We all spoke well. You know, so I'm so surprised that one of our brother is still backing Igbinedion. You know, even Igbinedion corruption was the top notch. Igbinedion was even shortchanging our father. Blessed memory Elediawa. It was shortchanging him. It was the coming of Oshomole. Baba now sees that, Oshomole, this one that you brought to me, this is not what I was getting. Oshomole will now say, Baba, this is what the federal government allocated to you. That's the height of corruption, my brother. You shortchange your own father. Tell me the meaning of corruption, my brother. You shortchange your own father.
Thank you for bringing this out. That's good.
You know, corruption, 1.6 million, I mean 1.4 million naira. You know how much was the dollar at that time? Dollar was about 40-something naira per $1. You know, what do you call that? Even the father himself is the highest corruption man in Edo State.
Exactly.
You ask me which of the industry that man set up that is making living from. Do you know how much he just spend every day by day? Do you know how much he spends every day?
I'm sorry
to pay one gas alone? What is the income? Where is he making those money from? It's from those oil wells that we have in Edo State. That's where those guys are mining all these things from. Now from him now to his children. And we are still here. One of us is still supporting. My brother, if not because say we did for abroad, I will use barbed wire flow.
No. All right. Let's talk to someone else. Let's talk to someone else. Who is there? Your name?
Midwest people. If it is my turn.
Go ahead.
Okay. You see, I support this my sister, the only woman in our midst, and she's here for truth. You cannot employ a house girl, and the house girl is working well, and she at the same time him or her is stealing your goat. The male one is raping your daughter. So that means you are, after all, she's taking care of your house. She cook well. She's doing other things very well. Does that make her a good house girl or houseboy? The answer is no. So corruption is corruption. But as I said, as far as Nigeria is concerned today, when you talk about human resources, there naturally human beings don't want to work, and the body just want to relax, sleep, and be free, not to be subject to anything. These are human philosophy. So if you look at the system of democracy we have today, when Ali and Ogbemunde were there, the institutions function. If you have a brother there who work under any of the ministries, when you say civil servant, they were highly respected. So when the military guys came into power, they destroyed this institution. And we from Benin or Delta State, we the Bender people, during the military era, they make sure our people never rule that land. The effect is still what we are suffering today. They brought aliens to come and be our governor, to come and rule that land, and later they divide it into two. They also appoint somebody that is not connected to the Bender or Midwest people. Nobody from Delta govern Benin, or then nobody from Delta that ever sat in that office to tell you the level of damages they did to us. So when we enter this democracy, everywhere those institutions have been keyed. They don't pay them any longer. If you go to Ministry of Work and Housing, I don't think whether they even have engineer there, because the engineer doesn't have any function. Because if the engineers are there, every project that the state governor is doing today, they will be responsible for the quality. They will be responsible for the design. And they are just there. The commissioner is there to help them to implement the policy of the governor. But the reverse is the case. All those state money is in the hands of our governor. It doesn't give account. He can just decide to withdraw it into Ghana must go, put it in an envelope. In any occasion, they just share it. Like the one they did when they did some conference some time ago. So that will tell you how porous the situation is. So they just decide to build few things. Now we have light in Ring Road. People are clapping. That is how they conjure people. Like when Osomole was also there, it was Osomole that sold this guy to us, governor. And this governor said, "Oh, the water storm has failed." The water storm was a huge amount of money. They said they want to make sure there is no erosion in Edo State, and they want to build it to solve the erosion problem. Now, if you look at that project, Obaseki was the chief economist of Osomole. Now, the project has failed, but partially he has mentioned that it was a kind of a mechanism to siphon the state money. Why can't he probe the people? There is no way he can probe and he will be free because the document is there. So therefore, nobody should expect him to go and do that. He can't do it. He will only use it to be playing politics so that we will be believing it's a sin. So as far as the system is concerned, if the institution doesn't function, and the institution cannot even function because tribalism has killed the country, the people that are ruling today telling you one Nigeria, they know what they are benefiting. The whole of oil way in the south belongs to them. The various companies that have to do with FENDRA or even some state level belongs to them. They don't employ our people to those places. That is just the fact. And Lockheed was one of the governors during his reign. Majority of our people that travel or what we call human trafficking started during his tenure. The people were fully neglected. He never invested in the people. Ever since that thing has been a menace to the Edo indigenous people. It is of recent that our royal father decided to play his own role as a royal father that we discovered that at least the thing is a little bit having some effect, the way people now say it. So let us be sincere. Anybody here, if you happen you are a governor tomorrow, with the way they structure Nigeria, don't think you will be a saint. Because even before you get to that place, the people are corrupt.
All right. Please, come on, Akim, talk to us.
Yeah, I just want to quickly respond here. You know, when we are making this argument all the time, it's no, we cannot be going back and front on one. What I'm trying to say here is that when we talk about institution, right? Like Mr. Mori, you made it clear when I was making the argument earlier. We are trying to limit this to an individual issue. It should not be a matter of an individual. Oh, why did this person not probe this person? Why is this one not probe this? That is not how it should work. We're just talking about Jacob Zuma being sent to prison, even though his own party is still the one in government as we speak right now. But the man was prosecuted and sent to jail. That is how institution functions. Governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, did he not probe former Governor Fayemi when he was a governor? He probed him. But where is Fayemi today? Fayemi is the current governor of Ekiti State. So the fact that we want this shiny politics that make headlines, I understand people want to see things like that, but we have to advocate for what is right. And what is right is that we should have the solid institution. Look, I don't want to act as if I'm defending Obaseki or something. So I won't go into those issues like things that you said about.
Let's round up.
How Obaseki is a chief economic advisor, and on one hand you say the governor can sign the money and put everything in their pocket, and on the other hand you try to blame an economic advisor again.
All right, thank you everybody. Let's go round 1 minute. Lefties, Etoya, please talk to us.
Thank you very much. We've already talked a lot about this corruption. I think the only way a country can move forward is through transparency. If only our politicians and our political leaders can be transparent and change their mind to make our country work, I think it will be very good. That's what I have to say. They should stop stealing our money.
All right, thank you. Let's have Tafik, please round up with us in 1 minute.
Yeah, the only solution is like the last callers, the last person said, they should stop stealing our money. They should consider us that we are human beings too. A lot of people are like, a lot of things have happened to the family they can't even eat, whereby people are sharing billions every day. And my take on Lockheed Igbinedion, I just give you a few days. It's gonna be out and drinking wine in his room. Nothing is gonna happen. Let's just forget about that one.
Wow. That one, Depot. It means that the prison is actually designed for the poor, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's it. It's certain. Okay. We shouldn't deceive ourselves.
Now, since today I don't talk for this matter. Let's talk
100%.
Let the only woman in the building to round up with us in 1 minute. Madam Odige, are you there with us?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
yes, me, I support those that say we should be transparent. What is bad, what is good is good. To start with now, EFCC now they came to Igbinedion, Lockheed Igbinedion. Those we should put eye on it, on how they are going about it. We should support the EFCC. Then this man that went and be sharing machine now and this and that, we now the diaspora and the other brothers at home who is connecting with us, we should ask him by writing, not by mouth. We should ask him what he meant by that. Where did he got the money, and why did he give them? And are they the only people in that local government? Because if he's doing it, he has to do it to every other person, everybody in the community. If he's doing road, it's for everybody, for some people. So these three things, I think we should ask him to please not get tired out. We should all put effort to follow these people to make our job great again.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much for your time with us. Let's go to Mr. Mori. Are you there?
I'm here, sir. Please
round up with us. 1 minute.
All right, sir. Like I said at the beginning, I want to thank you again for this opportunity. And I told you I was trying to write a book on reversing the belief that the problem is leadership. There is leadership problem. There's also followership problem. You know, we think we continue to praise them. And I made the parable just now. This is some mentality. You know, you can give me a pot of porridge and take away my heritage. You stop. That is where it begins with us. A policeman was sent to jail. You know what happened? They discovered that the renovation he was doing around his house, renovation, it's not a new building. The renovation he did around his house, he flipped up his house, was more than his income. They started investigation, discovered that he was into drugs. He was dealing with drug dealers. That was what led to the end of that man. We should begin to hold our leaders accountable, or else we are singing praises for them, we are encouraging them, we are telling them to harm us the more. Thank you very much.
Wow. Engineer Ken, please round up with us in 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you, guys. You know, I also want to contribute one thing before I round up. I remember about 3 years ago, I parked my S6 in my own compound, in my own grass, that I spent my own money to plant for my own ground. You know, the city came and put a ticket on that car. About $200 something, about $360. I have to pay it, and I paid it. That is the system. And I want to use this opportunity to beg our Edo youth that are still at home. Because if I'm at home right now, I'm no longer a youth. You know, I'm more than a youth now. If I want to beg them, please, they should stop selling their future. They should start singing praises to all these leaders. All these leaders, they are civil servants. They are just like teachers that teach our children in school. They are just like every other government workers. You know, they are not leaders, they are not God. We should stop worshiping them. We should make sure that they do the needful, what we send them there to go and do. We should stop shouting hallelujah, hallelujah, Hosanna, Hosanna along with them, waiting for them to give us peanuts. You know, it doesn't make any sense. And it's so ashamed that if I watch them, like the other day Shomole was in Benin or whatever, all of them were just singing along with him. You know, I don't, tears came out from my eyes. I was ashamed seeing all these young men doing this because of what? Because of food? And somebody too was smiling, enjoying the crusade. You know, I mean, those are, I don't want to use an insulting words. You know, it's so painful. Please, my brothers, my sisters, those of us that are staying in Benin, the ones that live here in abroad, please talk to your family, talk to your brothers, talk to your sister. Let them know what they are lacking. Let them know that they can make a change. Let them know they can make a change. Look at Ghana right now. Ghanaians are deporting Nigerians from Ghana. You know, is that not a shame? Ghana, you know, Ghanaians used to be my shoemaker, cleaning up my shoes. They're not the ones sending our people back home. Ghana right here. You know, from Lagos to Ghana is less than 24 hours drive. You know, it's so, I'm so ashamed. Please, my brothers, please talk to your fathers. If your fathers are involved in this, talk to them. Let them know that you don't support their evils. Talk to them so that we can have a better future for our children and for our great-grandchildren to come. Thank you, guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night, my brother. Thank you very much. Let's talk to 1 minute with Midwest people. Are you there with me?
Yeah, good evening, my brother. Hello, are you hearing me?
1 minute, yes.
I don't know if I'm mute myself. Okay, you're hearing me? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. 1 minute.
Are you hearing me?
Oh, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. So for me, I think we the Edos, it is our time we need to question our heart sincerely. If indeed our destiny as a people is in Nigeria. The truth of the matter is that it is not there. We need to look somewhere else and start galvanizing our people to understand the need for restructuring or even a breakup of the country. Currently, you cannot stop corruption. The strength of corruption is tribalism. Today, the Western part is calling for a Yoruba president. So that means a Yoruba before Nigeria. The Northerners are calling for Hausa president. That means Hausa before Nigeria. The Igbos are the same thing. Every other tribe, they are doing the same thing. So please, Nigeria is a fraud. It is we that are paying the greatest price, and yet we just accepted it because we are fully convinced that our hope is there. Corruption is inevitable under the system of Nigeria. So there's no way you can stop it. There's no way Nigeria can provide a sincere leader, because nothing is real about Nigeria. The foundation itself is faulty. It was created through fraudulent acts. So I don't think we should continue to see Nigeria as a viable entity or a nation that can that is capable to shape our destiny for good. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate your time. I can't believe that we spent 3 hours 38 minutes today. We have Mr. Jeff calling. Let's give him 1 minute as well. Mr. Jeff, you are calling back again. You only have 1 minute. I will not give you more than 1 minute.
Yes,
we need to round up.
Thank you for picking the call and the very liberal man. But what I want to say is that majority will always have their way, while minority will have their say. So that is it. In the way for us to build that country, Nigeria, our country, is like what that Mr. Kim said, the institution must work so that we can fight corruption. That is just my take in it. When the institution is working, and then corruption will stop. And the love of money should stop. We shouldn't be happy with that love of money. And not only that again, Nigerians, we only fool about bragging. For example, like our brother who spoke, that they gave him tickets. You know, you can able to say, I parked my car, and they gave me a ticket. But because of our bragging at Nigeria, he said, I parked my X.
Oh boy.
No, they lost me. No, they lost me, eh? Come me, man.
I no talk for this one at all.
Thank God, they know they give bicycle tickets.
Thank you.
For
fabulous car. That is why there's corruption in Nigeria.
All right. Let's go.
So corruption must stop. Love of money should stop.
Okay.
Our institutions should be well built up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak.
No problem, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. All this one, all of they laugh. So, I don't understand, though.
Me say, no understand, though.
They say engineer Kes. I mean, what engineer?
Engineer Ken, yes.
Engineer Ken say he directly corrupt.
Not only engineer Ken that is corrupt, Hakim is corrupt. Mr. Moruyi is corrupt. Asamoka is corrupt. Alex is also corrupt.
That's our brother personally called back because of that S6 way here.
The team, me say, when you talk, me I feel him.
You know, say, not the small fish, not the small fish,
but you don't need to tell us now.
You don't need to tell us.
More than no verse now, more than no verse like that. You know, now Rose just have been one talk. I made a mistake.
Listen, if you work hard for your money, you are allowed to say anything you want to say, my brother.
I thank God. So even if I park my bicycle for junction, no tickets. You see why I'm free?
Mr. Jack, don't shake table before it goes.
I swear.
Go say this guy want to say 6.
Mr. Jack say for me to go bed, the way these people treat me, what I go do the life? The fire, in fact, he swear everything.
Oh my days.
But if you look what he talk, it makes sense. As he make sure S6 now. Many people when they watch us want to drag that.
We won't go sleep.
No, at the same stage, Mr. Jeff talk. He says our small boys for Nigeria.
Yes.
They want walk again. They want drive
X6.
Now you see the way Engineer Ken they corrupt them now.
They not look at the Engineer Ken they now before he buy the
Engineer Ken, if you work hard,
how many hours they do?
No, they not look that one. Now that S6. So if you know you make sure the S6.
They're not going to look how many years I don't spend for abroad. Close to 20 years.
They're not
going to look how many years I spent for school.
School. Mr. Jeff. In fact, I even can't love Mr. Jeff more today, sir, because you say, okay, what can I do these people?
Thank God say, you know who you point, you know the like a king,
people were really corrupt for a year.
Yeah.
Anyway, leftists, you know, corrupt because they cheat on you every day. They cheat on you because Engineer Ken is corrupt. Hakim and Mr. Moruyi and Alex.
Corruption depends on what you mean by corruption. Define your corruption. Corruption will
help. The corruption. He say you steal other people's time.
It's not enough. You are corrupt.
He say you steal other people's time.
I want to prove that, but that's not by hand. I want to prove that by speak.
And then once you are given the opportunity to speak, I will say 2 minutes. You go talk for 7 minutes.
Today I was very brief. I kept to time.
That means you have played guilty that you have been corrupt. Today you are not corrupt.
Yeah. Plead again. I think what they call it. Plead again or what they call it.
Oh, brother Hakim, next week you go prepare come now one.
Today I know say Hakim and lawyer. Now they defend all the corrupt politicians. You never observe my brother. And today I catch you. You bring
that man now. We go ask
Mama,
them.
No, say, listen,
Mama.
listen. You see this
Mama,
debate, so
you
this our debate.
get how Akin go prepare come. Now every time, since I don't enter this program, only Akin they do in the day your room. All of us go
Now
there.
this our debate, so this our debate, so you understand? Everybody not supposed to they go one direction. So when you talk about debate, you have to debate issues, whether it's against you, but you still have to debate it. Whether it's
Yeah,
in
that's
favor
what I
of
say.
you,
You be
have to
lawyer,
debate.
defense counsel.
Alex, lefties,
Guys,
you know what make me laugh for Akim matter. The time when Engineer Ken say, let me ask you a question. Akim said, don't ask me any question.
If he the heat, he just want talk. He the feed the heat.
My brother, look, we're in a debate. We're there for a debate platform. There's no heat about it. You understand?
Yeah, you
Nigeria was
are
shooting me, man. I can take it. You understand? I can take it, and you never see me come. You never see me come and become personal about this whole issue. No, I don't do that.
Akim not the fear. If they come, he talk to them. They say, I don't know. I don't already know. All of them want fire me, but I go first.
No.
Somebody accuse me say, I say somebody near somebody. Not if I near somebody. He dealt with them. All what he don't do for his life. Now politics. And also make you don't near your friend. If I go greet them this now, if it's their position, if he fix me up, I feel be I feel be anything. I don't mind. But once I begin to do what he pass my income, you'll begin to ask questions. You know, say, if I have this corrupt, the thing will still reach me. He go, they look, am I living beyond?
Mr. Nathan, they won't start again. They won't start
all government in power. All government in power.
Okay. My people, they say we don't want to start again.
Me say we don't see finish.
I beg, we
all
don't
government
close
in power. We don't give them a chance to come back. They can't come back. Not even in those days. We don't set the example. How my brother copy here? So, and those days are best center.
Thank you.
We got popular in 1999. They're not popular today.
Good night, everyone.
Next week, when I ready come.
Akim. No, you're Akim. Bye-bye.
Next week, when I ready come. The comment section. Everyone on the comment section, I want to applaud every one of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for you guys, because you guys, if I look the comment section is booming, the same way this area is booming. I appreciate every one of you. We are going to do this again. In fact, I can't wait for next Friday, because if I say the way they'll flog one person for here last week Friday, Akim
go change next week. Now you go see her. You go.
Naja, what? Please, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Now
I have a suggestion, please.
Go drop the letter where we go give that man. Say
answer. Suggestion, please.
From them, and those people waiting take and buy from Una. So,
okay, what be your suggestion? We won't go sleep.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, the calling number, I would suggest that you look for a direct number we can call. Sometimes network will be very bad, especially for those of us in Africa. Our network will be very messy. So that if we can have a number we can call direct, we don't mind spending money to buy credit. If the WhatsApp is not enabling, we can call direct so that we can make a meaningful contribution. Sometimes the network deprives me opportunity to make contribution online when your programs are.
Okay, now I understand. Calling direct is not a problem, but the reason why I prohibit that, when people talking on WhatsApp, the power of direct call supersedes. That's why I totally remove that, because I want everybody.
No, using Nigerian number for WhatsApp, you provide another number where you are for direct call. It's going to be two different numbers, uninterrupted. Yes.
Another two phone.
Just my observation, though.
Engineer Ken, you go pay for that phone, no?
No shaking. No shaking, I go pay.
Because now you get 6.
Buy me another phone.
I want some. The $16.4 billion when Buhari go borrow, when Senate approval. I tell Akin say Akin go get 1%.
Una good night. Bye-bye. 16.3
good night, everybody.
Good night.
One love, everybody. Happy weekend.
Okay.
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody.